Anyways, what's going on, people? Welcome back to another awesome video. Today, I'm coming at you guys streaming in the morning / afternoon, and we're gonna do some Dreamlight Valley. We're gonna talk about a lot of things that have been going on so far this past Friday, so obviously yesterday, and then stuff that's literally gonna be dropping today. And this is gonna be really cool. This is gonna be really good. This is gonna be really interesting. I don't know how I feel about this right here. I don't know how I feel about Wreck-It Ralph being here. But, alright, cool. Sure. I'm here for it. Sure. I guess. But what was I say? What was I gonna say? Jay. What's going on? What's up, Breaking Beast? Feel free to leave anything you like in the chat. We're going to talk about some things that have already been dropped for D23 because I know everyone's talking about it, everyone's dropping about it, and I was at a stream today, so why not? It's just me this morning / this afternoon because my wife went out to do some stuff, you know, go some shopping, and then she said, do the stream, and I was like, you want me to do it without you? She's like, yeah, and all this other stuff. That's fine. I just, yeah, please and thank you. But it's just gonna be me. She was like, no, I'm gonna do things, you stream. I'm like, you sure? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So it's just gonna be me today. Maybe she'll come back in time. I have no idea, but I doubt it. And to be honest, just to start things off a little bit, I don't think, if you guys want to see Bella play this game again, trust me, I don't think she will anytime soon, because when she was leaving, she was like, I didn't like it as much as I thought I would, and I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, I know, and I'm like, not even for Pooh? She's like, no, not even for Pooh, I don't think I'm gonna play this again. I'm like, oh, alright. But we'll see what happens. Right now, I think that's her vibe, which is kind of funny to me. I was like, really? She's like, yeah, no. I'm like, alright. I'm like, sure. I'm like, okay. But speaking of Dreamlight Valley, what was it they dropped? Not a huge thing from D23, but it's so weird. D23 dropped, you know, just random updates for the game, which it's not like, I don't know. I get it. You need to have some stuff that is filler, so that way you don't have like big news, but I don't know. Dropping updates like for Dreamlight Valley during an event like D23 just doesn't feel really special. It just feels like another like, hey, here's a post from us from our official Dreamlight Valley page on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or whatever. So I'm just like, okay, sure. It's like, all right, what they have? They're gonna do a thing with Atlantis or Under the Sea, something with mermaids, even though Ariel and Ursula are already in the game. So I'm like, okay, sure. I guess. We're getting Lilo, which is cute. I want her instead of whatever the fuck we're getting tomorrow, which is dumb. This update of, hey, guess what, kids? We're gonna have Lizzie McGuire and Hannah Montana. And I'm like, the fuck? Really? Don't get me wrong, Lizzie McGuire is a nostalgic series, and some people see Hannah Montana as nostalgic, but if they're the actual characters, that's kind of weird, number one. If it's costumes, then that's fine, you know. But, I don't know, that's a choice. It's a choice. I want my homegirl Lilo instead. And then instead she's coming in fucking December, but whatever. Whatever. I do what I want. I'm gonna claim these. Okay. Yeah, I saw Brand New Day. And my review, if you're able to stay up, my review will be out for it around 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're able to stay up until then, by all means, check it out. I will talk about it a little bit here, because there are some things that obviously happen in that movie that will kind of will drop a little bit later on. But I have a whole system. I have a whole thing of like notes I literally wrote of like what literally to discuss and kind of go through like what ones I want to go into more in depth about, what ones I want to just kind of go, all right, done, moving on, done, move on while we're playing Dreamlight Valley. And if you wanted to also check out later after this, my mic is glitching, is it? Hold on, let me try. How about now? Wait. Hold on. How about now? This good? Any better? I unleashed the cable. I have untangled the wire. I have unraveled and withered it all. Okay, thank God. But yeah, no, we're not going to talk about it that much here. There will be some points that we'll mention Brand New Day, because if you've seen the movie, you'll know. So yeah. But, whatchamacallit? My review for it will be literally at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, I liked it. I really liked it. For sure. I have like, just a minute issue, but other than that, I loved it. I loved the movie. Oh shit, that's right, we started something with Eve. Or at least I thought we started something with Gaston, but maybe I'm wrong. Either way, I want to do check on Gaston, I think. Right now it is 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, in like a couple hours, you'll see my review for it. Oh, I don't have enough for shit. Well, wait, actually, how much is? Well, yeah, I don't have much for anything. Never mind. I love that. Actually, what's even funnier about my thing I said earlier about how much Bella I don't think is gonna want to play this game anymore, is I bought all sorts of shit for her, for like being a beast, and like I like this nice dress for her and everything, and then she's like, yeah, no, and I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, okay. Oh shit! Give me this! Please give me this! Oh, fuck you! Hold on. Damn it, I forgot. What can I get rid of from here? Oh, I need a place to vandalize signs. That's right. Can I open you? No, I can't open you. Fine. Can I open you? No, I can't open you. Damn. What can I get rid of, actually? There we go. Okay, s'mores recipe. What's good, Membin? Feel free to leave whatever you like in the chat. And yes, I knew you were gonna ask about to ask about the X-Men. Don't worry, I'll save the X-Men best for last. I promise. I'm saving that for last. But you know, you got your wish, buddy. We at least got some of the cast of the X-Men. Kind of surprising, because I didn't think they would give as much as they did. But hey, we got X-Men, which is cool. That's great. We'll go more deep in depth about it in a moment, because there's still some other things I do want to kind of touch upon. I do kind of like how stacked this year's D23 was, but that was only just yesterday. Yesterday was stacked. Today, I have no idea what will happen. Around like 1 o'clock, there's a whole thing for Spider-Man, so there'll be things about perhaps Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2, maybe something with, you know, maybe Spider-Man 3, like the Insomniac game, whatever else they'll do, who knows? Who knows? What the fuck are you, though? What is this? What is this, though? Can I do something with this? Ooh, I just did a thing. The heck did I just do? What did I just do? Did I just freeze up time or something? That was kind of dope. If you guys want, feel free to leave stuff in the chat. We will go over things that have happened yesterday for D23, so that will be the main thing of discussion, I promise you. Oh, it's a timer? Maybe? I'm hearing clicking. So what was that about? I don't know what that was about, but okay. Sure. But yeah, Tyler, Membin, Breaking Beast, if you guys have anything, feel free to leave anything you like in the chat. Questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, all that great stuff and more. So, I'm gonna kind of wait a little bit more for you guys to tune on in, so that we'll get into more of like the other things we'll talk about, because there were really some good things so far yesterday. Again, I was shocked with some of the stuff that we got, but I was good. It was good so far. I have no idea what today will bring us. I just know it's Spider-Man, and tomorrow we'll see what happens. I assume tomorrow or today we'll get more theme park related dedication, perhaps, because yesterday we got like some little artwork and little models for stuff like just random little things. For example, the little statues and the little animals and critters that will be at Monstropolis, or the model scale, the scale model of Piston Peak at Magic Kingdom, you know. So little things like that they're gonna tease. I have no idea what else they'll show, so we'll see. So we will see about that there. We did get some things for Hex, of course, the new movie that's coming out this year in November, I want to say. The latest Disney movie or latest Pixar film, which is an original movie I'll give Disney credit for, and I'm glad that it's an original project, and I feel like this is going to be better than Wish, but then again, anything will be better than Wish, if I'm being honest. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, guys? So, there will be that. They had these statues that people were taking pictures and photos and selfies of, and there's this statue of the main characters, and there's this little cat that's gonna be in the movie, and a lot of people are making comparisons and it's very reminiscent of the Cheshire Cat from the original, obviously, Alice in Wonderland. So I think that's kind of neat a little bit. They had what was it? Oh, actually, you know what? I know what I need to do. But they had statues for Anna and Elsa. I guess their costumes that they unveiled for Frozen 3, which, call me crazy, but I actually think that Frozen 3 just might be, you know, a very anticipated film, because I think it looks fantastic. I might have high hopes already, but it looks fantastic. The fact that it's crazy to me that they're gonna do the Snow Queen project now after 3 movies of not doing the Snow Queen, but hey, I'll take it. What? Say what again? Say what again, Membin? Say what again? I think it's... Oh, say it again? Oh, really? Damn it. This shouldn't be glitching. This is a new headset. This shouldn't be acting out. What? This is a new headphone. Oh, I missed it. I missed that. That went over my head. I didn't even realize it. I got so distracted for a second. No, no, the meme, like the meme. Yep, like the meme. I just couldn't, I got distracted by myself. But no, I think... Damn it! That was good. I didn't even realize it. That's good. Actually, no, I'm gonna get rid of the scorpions, because fuck that. I need some space right now, because, yeah. I might eat this, if I'm being honest. Like I said, the fact that doing the Snow Queen story arc, or whatever you want to call it, plot, story, script, literature, whatever it is, the fact they're just doing it is kind of cool. I think that's kind of cool, if I'm being honest. No pun intended, or maybe the pun is tended, but still. Point being, I like it. I don't know how I feel about Olaf having a love interest. I don't give a shit for Olaf, so whatever they do with him, I don't care. I don't know. That's not what I'm here for. That's not what I'm, you know, excited about. I'm excited for, you know, Anna and Elsa meeting this evil Snow Queen, which is interesting to me, and I wonder how this is going to play out in the lore itself. So, yeah. They gave him a... I mean, it's a good fade. It's a good fade. You can't lie. It is a good fade. And speaking of Coco 2, I actually do have some things to say about it a little bit. Not a lot, but some things to say. Because for me, I think for sure, I am 100% positively going to say that I don't know how I feel about this movie. I am mixed about this sequel because I like the idea that hey, Miguel's grown up a little bit. He decides to maybe revisit the dead and then goes back to that realm of the dead, and then he visits. There's a picture of Mama Coco, which is actually really heartwarming. But my thing that I find so odd is that Ernesto is in this. So Miguel being older, that's good. Ernesto de la Cruz coming back, not so good, if I'm being honest. It's kind of weird. I know they said that all of our favorite characters are returning in different ways, but Ernesto coming back just feels too much like repetition. So I'm mixed. I don't know. I'm gonna head out because it's getting late and I have to wake up early to go to... Oh, damn. Okay. Okay, thank God. You had me scared for a second. No, you're good. I appreciate you had tuned on in anyways. Thank you so much. Hopefully whatever you have to do and hopefully whatever's going on with you, feel better. My thoughts go out to you at least. I can eat a skeleton fish is kind of funny. So I'm mixed about that. I'm mixed about the second Coco. But I do like what we're getting with Incredibles 3. I do like that. I do like what I see. You know, the concept art, you know, showing some of the glory days, the flashbacks, the silhouette of the villain, whatever the villain's name's gonna be. He just looks pretty damn cool. So that's just enough for me to be like, hell yeah, this looks great. And I know there's all these other tasks and things, but I kind of low-key want to go back to where Gaston was and where Rapunzel was, just to see. Just to see, and then I'll get back to everybody else, because I know everyone's like, what's going on? Hey, over here! Hey, can you help us? And it's like, fuck you guys! Let me do something real quick! Cut off, so I want to tell you. Well, it's focusing on Dash and Violet, which kind of makes sense. There's definitely a pattern, because the first movie was, oh, Mr. Incredible, I want to relive the glory days. Now it's and then the second movie was Elastigirl and her time to shine, and then the role reversing of, you know, now Mr. Incredible is like Mr. Mom, like the movie Mr. Mom, and then Elastigirl is the one doing the hero work. And actually, I just realized I could easily do something. Give me a sec, people. Where the hell is Gaston at? He's all the way over here. Damn it. Yeah, there he is. Okay. Because last time we did play this, technically speaking, we did encounter Gaston. So I will have that as an annotation at the end of this video. But now the kids are gonna have time to shine and be able to be superheroes. I think that's a really cool premise. I like that. I don't know what else they'll do with it, but I think it sounds great.
Wow. I wish all my
Dude, I've been wanting something with the glory days for a while, because ever since, say what you will about the second Incredibles movie, but the flashbacks they had of the supers from the glory days was so cool that it made me want to have like a Pixar series of the glory days of these characters like Phyronic, Gazer Beam, and there was a villain, or not a villain, but a hero called Gamma Jack, who people have recently resurfaced about, and it's like the Homelander of Incredibles, which is so whack, but hey, cool. So it makes me interested to know what these characters were like, you know, Dyna Guy and all the random heroes and supers that were dropped and name dropped in the first and second movie. So, Yellow Shoes. Yellow Shoes, come on. Come on now, Yellow Shoes. And I think I know what this has to do with, so this is going to be really cool.
Hello there.
Here we are, the capital of Gastonia. Great, can we please focus now? What are you doing here in the glittering dunes, or Gastonia? Well, if you were familiar with heroism, you'd know that heroes always go on quests. Sure. Strange, you don't look like you're a hero. You look like a hero to me. Anyway, back home, whenever I was out doing heroic deeds, my lackey LeFou was always by my side. Lackey? This LeFou sounds more like your sidekick. Sidekick? LeFou can be bothersome, but I've never felt the need to kick him to the side. That might hurt my toe. Actually, I like that. I like that. No need, no, a sidekick, like a friend that helps you out with stuff. They tend to be smaller, very emotionally involved with your success. Oh, then, yes, LeFou is that. I don't know what that was. LeFou, my sidekick. I like it. Now you can play that part for me on my quest. I have... Oh, actually, you know what? I may have kissed up to Scar's ass and Jafar in this series, but this one I like more. You just said a sidekick is smaller than the hero, and you're much smaller than me. Okay, I deserve that. Wow, you actually put something together with logic. Good one. Impressive, I know. Everything about me is. Back to tasks. What quest were you on? My quest for Oh, hold on. What quest were you on for? My quest for the Mirage Wizard. Have you met him? Carries a snake-bearded staff and uses too many long words, a little see-through. Oh, you're talking about Jafar. Is that his name? Mirage Wizard is better. I started seeing him after I started seeing him after I established Gastonia. He asked that I find something called the Jewel of Time for him. Of course, I never work for free. So, he said this Jewel of Time was hidden inside a vault filled with treasure, and that I could have all but the jewel. So the Jewel of Time is in that vault. I wish Jafar had told me about this. Yeah, what? There's only one problem. We must find the key to the vault first, and the key refuses to be found anywhere. Maybe we should check everywhere you looked again. Retrace your steps? Two pairs of eyes are better than one. I'm thinking. Don't think too hard. I know it will retrace our steps. You could start by checking around this camp while I rest. Fine. I'll look around and see if I can find anything unusual.
You're leaving? How odd.
Yeah, I already heard about it getting leaked. So I wouldn't be surprised, but kind of surprised if we actually do get something from Beyond the Spider-Verse today. What are my thoughts on the live-action remakes for 2023? What do you think? What do you think, Brandon? What do you think, Brandon? What do you really think? Let's put this together here. What do you think? Because to me, them doing a Lilo and Stitch 2, meh, okay, whatever, don't care. I hate it, but don't care. Stitch is cute, but I don't care. Them doing Rapunzel, them doing Tangled, sure. I mean, the casting is great, but I'm just not as enthusiastic about it anymore. Fucking... What else do they have? Oh, it's not really a live-action remake, but them doing a third Princess Diaries, meh, alright. I don't know. I'm not the crowd for Princess Diaries, and I never really got into them. I never really saw them really. I knew they existed when I was younger. I will obviously, again, wasn't that crowd for it, but them doing a third one just feels like, hey, you know, Anne Hathaway's popular again. Hey, she's doing movies. Let's give her another movie to do. She just did Devil Wears Prada 2, and she was just in the Odyssey. Let's give her something else to do. And I'm just like, all right. It just follows a ironic trail. You know, when you have a pot, like, I don't know. It's ironic to me when, like, it could be coincidences, don't get me wrong, but I think it's ironic when there's like an actor that's in like multiple films within a certain amount of years. Like you'd see, this actor does this movie, then next year he's doing this movie, then he's doing this movie next year, and next year. So it's irony. I don't know. It's obviously not anything new, but it's just ironic. The timing of, hey, I did this movie, and then ironically enough, she just was in this movie, and ironically enough, she was just in this movie, you know? See what I mean? Like having freaking, I don't know. It's just not a bad thing. It's just irony to me and coincidence to me when this shit sort of happens. But then doing a third one, I'm like, eh. So I will say, what was I just gonna say? I don't know, actually. You know what? You brought up Clay. I like the idea of Clay. I forgot what it's gonna be all about, but all I know is that it's Pixar, it's original, it's got Kieran Culkin, the brother of Macaulay Culkin. So I think that's great. I think that sounds good. Give me new and original Pixar stuff any day. Newer stuff. The newer and the original, the better, because that's what we want. That's what we are here for. Don't get me wrong. I know that we all want our Toy Stories and our other franchises and beloved characters, but give us new stuff any day. Give me new stuff any day, and I'd be invested. I'm invested in whatever Gato's gonna be about. It could be the most generic plot ever, but at least it's something new. Same thing with Hexed. It could be the most generic thing, but at least it's something new. And at least they tried at something new. Same thing with this Clay. Whatever it's going to be about, I am looking forward to it. What was it? Ghost marketing or something? Right? Hold on. I just had it. Ghost Market. I don't know what it's about. I didn't read a lot of the premise, but it sounds interesting. So I'm glad for that. That's cool. It's cool. Dow.
Good morning to you.
Sorry, Belle's just sending me stuff of what she saw while she's shopping. And the fact that, look, I like that we have, fall-themed stuff and a decor, and that's great. That's awesome. And there's, some Halloween stuff, but I don't know. I feel like having, I don't know. You can make a whole debate about having holidays start sooner and decorations start sooner and things like that start sooner, but I don't know. I literally was watching videos earlier this morning with someone I follow on YouTube called Please Stop Vlogging, and him going on about spirit stores being opening earlier and earlier and earlier and earlier, and I'm just like, yeah. That's actually really good for a new day. I'm happy about that. Also, I probably should do whatever I need. Oh, wait, hold on. Take a picture of possible dangers in the wild tangle and glittering dunes. Okay, I know what I need to do. So a lady with long braided blonde hair. Okay, yeah, a misplaced boat high up in the jungle. A plant with a very poisonous teeth. Okay, these are gonna be easy. All right, I know where I can take that picture. It's easily, what's her name? Rapunzel. I know she's around here, so easy peasy lemon soda squeezy. Not so squeezy. There she is. Jesus Christ, all the way over there, but it's okay. Because we're gonna go take this the easy route. Yeah, no, I'm excited for Zootopia 3. I think that's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be great. Where's that at? Where? The grasslands? Yeah. I can teleport there, right? Grass? Yeah. Oh! Okay. Okay. So, yeah, Zootopia 3, excited for. What was the other thing that I saw? You said, someone said it in the chat. And feel free to leave stuff also in the chat, guys. Geeky PJ, if you want to leave anything in the chat, feel free to do so, and I appreciate that a ton. Actually, that reminds me, where is my thumbnail? Because my thumbnails, you know, I think it says it. I think it says it all. Honestly, my thumbnail I have for you guys. There. Now I should have that. Now let's add this to the Dreamlight Valley thing, and there we go. Also, guys, if you want for more Switch streams, let's get that first Switch stream that we did last night up to more than 8 likes. That'd be great. I'd appreciate that much so. Much, very, 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 very so. Very much appreciated. Yeah, I'm excited for Clay. I'm excited for Zootopia 3. I think it looks cool. I have no idea what the premise will be. It's probably going to be the whole thing with the birds, because there was that feather at the end. So, I think, and I'll probably touch upon this in my review for the second Zootopia, but I feel like Zootopia is going to have such a consistent repetition of the premise of the idea of, you know, being, you know, judging and mistreating certain types of animals and creatures, and you know, treating them equal, and you see where I'm going with this, because obviously the whole thing with Zootopia was the whole there's a them now, and predators and prey coexisting, you know, this being an allegory, and the second one having an allegory about reptiles. I wouldn't be surprised if the third one has a allegory about birds, which I can see them doing. So them just constantly doing this repetition of this allegory about we need to be treating each other with equal and equality, I don't mind that. I know it's going to get real boring real quick, but I feel like probably after the third or fourth movie, maybe try and like stray away from that premise just a little bit, because I feel like once you get past 3, if you do like Zootopia 4 and it's just the same thing, then it's like okay, like what else are you really gonna do? Insects now, you know? Like it's just you know what I'm saying? But if they did that with, you know, feathered, with what would they call it? I feel like they'd say something like, we're not birds, we're not all birds, we're called feathered individuals or some shit. You know? I feel like they'd do something like that. So I feel like them doing something with feathered individuals would be kind of funny, and I feel like I wouldn't mind that if I'm being honest. So she's the one I gotta take a picture with. So we're gonna do a little click. I don't care. Click. I know where that misplaced boat is, because I know what that is talking about, because it's somewhere in the distance. It is literally the sunken ship by over here in the grasslands, aka Typhoon Lagoon. Over here. Yeah, where is that actually? There you are. There's the Typhoon Lagoon. See? Oh, it doesn't even actually say Typhoon Lagoon. Damn. Fine. I see how it is. There. I'm not here for the creative points. I'm just here to just take pictures and do shit. Where was I going? But yeah, no. Yeah, no. That's, I think that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be good. Zootopia 3 sounds promising. Oh yeah, Hexed. Speaking of Hexed, there was they announced Jodie Foster, who was, if I remember correctly, Jodie Foster is Clarice from Silence of the Lambs. She's gonna be the villain, and I think that's kind of cool. I don't know. I just like that. That just sounds promising. That sounds really cool. I don't care much of what her ordeal is gonna be, but I just think that's cool to me. I don't know. I like that. I like it. I like the Bluey movie. It's cute. It's very cute. It's weird that it's in 3D, but I kind of get it now because you want, I guess, like a cinematic more vibe to it, maybe perhaps. So that's what I'm thinking potentially. But that's the only reason I can think of other than that. It's cute. It's gonna be cute. I think it'll be a very cute movie, and it's coming out next year. A lot of these are coming out and slated for next year or 2028. So, so far the releases they had were Incredibles is slated for 2028. Incredibles 3 is for 2028. Frozen 3, I think, is for 2027 or 2028. Kingdom Hearts 4, which that looks great on its own. Just seeing more lore and more of the story and the synopsis is great. All of it's great. That's coming out in 2027. I think Coco 2 is the only movie that's coming out in 2029. I have no idea when they're releasing the Kingdom Hearts series, but that's fantastic. Listen, I have advocated so long for a Kingdom Hearts movie, whether it's anime, like an anime style animated movie, or live action, or animated, or whatever the hell. The fact we're getting a series is awesome. And better yet, years ago, guys, there was going to be a pilot for a Kingdom Hearts animated series. There's a pilot out there you can look out. You can look it up on YouTube. It's out there. You can find it. And it was scrapped for whatever reason. I forgot why. The writers explained why they didn't do the series in the first place. But the fact that it exists out there, you can find the pilot itself, is awesome. And it looks good for an early 2000s animated show. God, it's just... Where was this? But now that we're getting a series, it's heaven to me. It is so heaven. But I have no idea when that comes out. I don't know what they said for Ghost Market. The Simpsons movie, which I'm fine with, I guess. I mean, they announced that 2 years ago that we would get another Simpsons movie, so I'm not shocked. But I have no idea when that's supposed to release. Ahsoka Season 2 looks cool. The poster for that looks fire as fuck, because Ahsoka looking like to the side with her back facing the poster, and then Thrawn's in the distance with like red coming down. Ooh, that looks good. That's slated for 2027. Clay, I have no idea what they said for that, but I think Zootopia 3 is 2028. Hexed is this year. I have no idea for Tangled. Bluey's coming out in 2027. Lilo and Stitch 2 is, I think, 2028, if not 2027. I think the same thing for Princess Diaries. Vision Quest is for this year, and X-Men is for 2028. So a lot of releases, of majority of them were next year, some this year, some 2028, and I think like 1 or 2 for 2029. Also, of course, Doomsday being this year, and then I have no idea when they're doing the Oswald series, to be honest. I don't know. I think that's slated, but I'm not sure when. That does look really cute. I do like that. I like that it's kind of like very Who Framed Roger Rabbit vibe of live action and animation. I kind of think that style, that whole aesthetic is always interesting, having cartoon characters exist in live action. We've seen that in Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, the movie. Who Framed Roger Rabbit kind of made that style not iconic, but that sort of merging always has been very I can't even think of the word at the moment, but it's okay. Then there was, of course, like something like Mary Poppins and Bedknobs and Broomsticks and other, Disney classics that have done this sort of format of live action and animation, blending them together, and like in this real world cartoon world, blending our world and the toon world. I love that. Love that. That will never cease to amaze me, how that technology works, no matter what. Man with an impossible thick neck. Oh, I know who that's talking about. Okay. And I need a waterfall. A waterfall of sand. Okay. Give me a second, folks. I know we're all excited. I'm glad you guys are all excited and you guys are all tuning in for everything. And I'll get to you guys as ASAP, PP, as possible. Actually, you know what? Nah. I'm gonna well, he's coming this way, so I'm not gonna even bother traveling or doing that little magic trick. Do the magic hand. Do the magic hand. Oh yeah, speaking of magic hands and the Force, I will say, I know I've been mixed about how I feel about the first season of Ahsoka. I am at least glad we are coming back to the whole thing with Admiral Thrawn, because I was worried that we weren't going to come back to that, but I'm glad we actually are going to do something with it. There you go, right? Is that it? A man with an impossibly thick neck. Was that not Maui? Was that not Maui? Who else would... Thick neck. Hold on. Hold on, people. Give me a sec. Give me a sec to figure this out. Who else would have an impossibly thick neck? Oh! I just realized it just now. Okay, hold on. I'm cooking something real quick, guys. Don't worry, people. Chat amongst yourselves. I'm happy all of you are engaging with the stream. Please continue to do so. I love it. Loving it. Just give me one moment, guys. First things first. Did I eat the other stuff? There's other stuff I had, right? No? Maybe? There it is, yep. Okay. You're welcome, PJ. Don't worry. I'll get to you guys. I'm cooking. I'm cooking a little bit. I'm on a roll. They see me rolling and hating. Don't worry. Don't worry. We have the entire stream to talk about all sorts of stuff with yesterday, because Jesus, the fact that a lot of that stuff dropped yesterday is still, again, impressive. This is who we are talking about. Right? Yeah! There we go. Now let's go find Eve. First things first, let me see what's up, guys. Why does it remind you of The Flash? I don't know. I have no idea. Oh yeah, the Power Rangers reboot, yeah. So, it still is a surprise to me how much Disney actually has the rights to it now, because they used to have it back in the early 2000s, and I guess Hasbro just decided, we kind of gave up on it, so here you go, Disney. So I find that interesting, and now Disney doesn't want to do anything with it, which is crazy, but who knows? A lot of fans are wanting to see the, apparently there was a Ninja series that they had? I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of people post this photo of these young actors wearing the original Mighty Morphin suits, and I think that was implying the Ninja kids. So I'm thinking like maybe descendants of Rocky, Adam, Aisha, maybe Tommy, maybe Kimberly, maybe Billy. So yeah. Oh, they're YouTubers. Oh, I didn't know that. I just saw like a lot of people say, "Oh, give us the Ninja Kids if we're not gonna get it and get their canceled remake or reboot, whatever it is. Give us the Ninja Kids." And I'm like, "Ninja Kids?" I'm like, "What the f is Ninja Kids?" I'm like, was that the project that it was under? Oh, that was licensed or Hasbro. That makes so much more sense. Okay, that's okay. So let me see what you guys are going on about. Yeah, I think it's cute that Oswald's getting his own thing. Hex looks good. There'll be a dedicated... Yeah, there's going to be more dedicated. There's going to be a whole panel for Marvel. I'm not surprised. Yeah, 2027, 2028. And let's not forget, this is all just Marvel and Disney that's going to happen next year and 2028. Because let's not forget, guys, next year we're still going to get Secret Wars. We're going to still get Beyond the Spider-Verse. And everything else I know that's happening, like Man of Tomorrow, and there's supposed to be, I think, another DC project happening in 2027. But 2028, let's not forget, guys, that's when the Batman comes out. The Batman and freaking X-Men going toe-to-toe for 2028 is going to be the most craziest shit ever. I mean, technically, Batman comes out February of 2028, and X-Men comes out May 5th of 2028. But those are going to be, for me, the most anticipated movies of that year. It is going to be a neck-and-neck thing. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I don't think, well, I know technically the Big Hero 6 was a Marvel comic, but I don't think the Big Hero 6 characters from the Disney movie would make it into the MCU. But, you know, maybe the comic accurate Big Hero 6 from the Marvel comics could make it into the MCU. Oh yeah, Starfighter with Ryan Gosling, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Oh, they're both for 2028. Okay. 2028's Incredibles, 2028 is Lilo and Stitch. Okay.
You know you want to talk to me.
What's ATP? I forgot. I don't know abbreviations too much. Yeah, the Disney era, though. Yeah, that was most of my childhood. I grew up on most of that, honestly. That was peak. Jetix. That was, Jetix? Who remembers Jetix? That was so 2000s. That was so 90s, actually. Tom showed up? Oh, hey, Tom. Feel free to leave whatever you like in the chat, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, requests, any of that stuff, I appreciate. Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll just walk it. I'll run it. Actually, I could kind of run it. Or, I should say,
If you need
sprint
help,
it.
Mally's your guy.
I've got this aura farming power. I think I went in the right direction or the wrong direction. Either way, it's okay. Where is she? Am I going the right? Damn it, I'm not. I am, yeah, you can say that. You can say something like that. Yeah, I got magic dust. I got magic dust that carries me. Oh, there she is. Eve. Directive. Reporting with some more scans, Eve. There's nothing to fear on Eternity Isle. That misplaced boat in the Wild Tangle is completely secure, no danger of falling. And those snakes in the glittering dunes, they're actually kind of cuddly. As for that fella with the thick neck, he's more annoying than dangerous. Well, oh, phew. Yeah, you don't need to worry about any dangers here anymore. This is your home. You're safe here, I promise. Home? Hell yeah! I still don't know what to do about Goofy's fishing, the ones that got away thing, but alright. Hold up. I'm still trying to catch up with you guys. Could you guys. I think, yeah, Hasbro, the whole AI aspects ruined it from that lead. Oh, from what? The Ninja series? Joey or Zoe? I have no idea. From what, Tyler? I'm actually trying to catch up with everybody. So I think the whole idea of the Jimmy Olsen series is not so much Jimmy Olsen, but more the idea that, hey, we need a character that people have already met in the DC cinematic universe that can launch into these characters, because there's been rumors of the Jimmy Olsen series having to go to not Central City, but Gorilla City. So there might be something with Grodd, and I think like the first or second episode is going to have, I think, our taste of the Flash. So we'll actually know who our Flash is going to be. And I have no idea how they're going to bring in Wonder Woman. I feel like that's where Man of Tomorrow's coming in, but I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited for Man of Tomorrow, but I'm starting to kind of realize that there is a lot of people in this movie. So, Man of Tomorrow. Here's who we have the lineup for so far. Is we have Superman, right? We have Lex Luthor, of course, returning. Yeah. Then we have Jon Stewart's going to make an appearance at one point. So, yeah, okay, yeah. Then you got Hawkgirl that's going to be in this. Okay, yeah, cool. Then there's supposed to be Mr. Terrific and Guy Gardner. That's already 6 people you have in this movie. But not only that, to top it all off, there's rumors of other characters, like supposedly Wonder Woman's going to be in this. Supposedly there's another supervillain that's going to be in this movie that makes, I think, Superman and Lex Luthor forced to work with each other, if I remember correctly. So you already have 8 characters, not counting, people like Lois and Jimmy and like, suburban, people and stuff like that. Just counting just the heroes, metahumans, and villains, and whoever else will show up. Probably there'll be the engineer. Probably, maybe we'll see Hal Jordan. I have no idea if that's rumored or not. There's talks about characters like Dr. Fate making an appearance. There's things about who Matthew Lillard is supposed to be in the movie, whether he's supposed to be Plastic Man or Ted Kord or someone completely different. So this is starting to really get a little crowded here. So I feel like I don't want them to be overly crowding their stuff, if that makes sense. I think slowly but surely we'll get to everybody. And I think we were supposed to have Booster Gold, I think, at one point. We were supposed to have tons of these appearances from these characters in this universe, which, granted, makes sense because we're establishing that this is a universe that already has pre-existing characters like the Justice Gang and other metahumans that have existed for years now. So it's interesting. Yeah, and Blue Beetle. Yep. Even Blue Beetle. So you see what I mean? It's getting pretty crowded. So I don't want them to throw in Wonder Woman, Flash, Batman, all in the next Superman movie, because then it's like you're establishing everything, but then it's becoming a little bit maybe too crowded. I get it. I mean, granted, Spider-Man did this pretty good. It did it pretty good. It did it pretty well. Spider-Man Brand New Day did it kind of decently. Being, hey, there's, of course, spoilers. Hey, there's references to the Avengers now, the new Avengers. Hey, there's references to, there's other characters, and there's the crime syndicates, and the Hand, and X-Men, possibly, and other stuff. So, it was able to do it fine, but there's always still that concern that you're throwing in too much, you're throwing too many fish in your barrel. You're throwing too many fish in your tank. So, I think it's just the idea of, hey, let's have a character that fans already know of. So Jimmy Olsen is going to be the one that's going to report on, oh my gosh, there's a giant gorilla that's got like psionic telekinesis and telekinetic abilities, and he can talk. Oh my gosh, there's a dude that's running super fast, faster than the speed of light. Oh my gosh, there's a guy with wings that he cut, like similar to Hawkgirl, but a man. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like painting this like perspective of oh shit, all this stuff in this world, I guess. But I don't want that to also be too crowded. But I just know that there's gonna be an episode with the Flash, so I think that will play into things, and I think hopefully Flash will have his own series or movie after that. I hope. And then and let's not forget, next year or 2028 is also supposed to be the Brave and the Bold movie, because that shit has still been in like production for a while, because we only know that Andy Muschietti is directing it, and we don't even know who our Batman is. Or do we? I don't even know, guys. I don't even remember. It's just, it's crazy. It's genuinely crazy. But hey, if they make it, if they do it, they do it. Great, 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 cool. You know. Oh yeah, Sonic 4 is also coming out next year. That's right. Yep. You know what? You know what you could do to Geeky PJ? Just you know, buy. I don't know if you'd have the money, but you know those good old-fashioned DVDs, good old-fashioned physical media never ceases to amaze me. Still, I do want to go back to what's his name? Well, actually, you know what, guys? How about this? All of you in chat, suggest to me who we should do like next. Like, what's the next quest we should do? Who should we talk to next? Like, what should be the next quest? Should we finish Goofy's thing, or we have stuff with Elsa? We have should we see what this is? Should we see what this is, perhaps? Maybe whatever this is with Remy. Stuff with Rapunzel, Mickey, Jafar, Gaston. Or what is there? Maui, Merlin, more Merlin, Scar, Scrooge, Stitch, Woody. You guys suggest to me. I'll let you guys suggest. Leave it in the chat. I'll just chill. If not, I think if no one decides, I think I have my decision, but I want to see what you guys say first. Yeah, there's a lot of Marvel stuff on Disney Plus. There's a lot of things that honestly you'll be like, "Oh my gosh, this was a Disney thing?" You know? I think those are on Disney Plus as well, the Ghost Rider and Blade stuff. There should be. Yeah, you and me both, because so I know that there's always convenience, you know, streaming is the more convenient thing to use. You know, you can just easily just, oh, let me sit on my couch. I'm gonna pull up my TV, and you know what? I'm gonna put on Netflix, or I'm gonna put on something on Prime Video, or Hulu, or Disney Plus. That's always the convenience. That's always the convenient route that we will go to as society and as human beings. But at the end of the day, for me, if I had the opportunity to buy DVDs and games, like actual physical discs, I'd do it. If I was given, you know, as birthday presents, Christmas gifts, whatever it is, a movie, Blu-ray, whatever it is, something physical, I'll take it. I'll use it. Fuck. I will somehow use it. I'll figure it out because, you know, there's all this other stuff. But I will still use it. You know, I know we haven't used them, unfortunately, but I've brought, like, literally where I'm sitting in my living room, the right side of the entertainment center is literally my DVDs that I took with me from my dad. Not all of them, but some of them. You know, I got some of the steel books. You know, things of John Wick Chapter 2, Street Fighter, Beetlejuice, this movie that I found out and heard about called Stardust, Dragon Ball Super. I have Blu-rays for Across the Spider-Verse, Casino Royale, the Snyder Cut, No Way Home, Shelby Oaks, which came out last year that I want to watch at some point. And I even have DVDs like Toys with Robin Williams, When Harry Met Sally, Tropic Thunder, the Beetlejuice again, The Three Amigos, Lilo and Stitch, all sorts of other stuff I have in here that I decided I was like, you know what, I'm going to take it with me because physical media is the better form no matter what. I even have this old vacation video on VHS from 1999 or 1998 that my parents had. And the reason why I know it was from 1998 or 1999 is because that was the year when they announced, or they were announcing, Animal Kingdom was coming out. And I remember that. And even looking at the back of it it shows Animal Kingdom, and it says, get a sneak peek of a new species of theme park. Animal Kingdom. It's the imagination of Disney gone wild. You know, like that was the advertisement for Animal Kingdom back in the day. and it was 1998 when they announced it. No, it was either 97 they announced it, and 98 it came out, or in 98 it was announced, and 99 it was released, or they debuted it. So, I have shit like that. But it will always be the better form to me. But, if no one else is gonna pick, I know what I'm gonna do. If no one's gonna pick what to do, I know exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this shit. I think this is gonna be fun. So, we're gonna do that. But, speaking of Darkseid, Doomsday, the trailer we had for Doomsday, I didn't need it, because I feel like it's just, again, they're going to keep showing, not too much, but they're going to show a lot of promos. They're going to have a lot of, you know, costume reveals, a lot of photos, a lot of posters, a lot of, you know, little teasers, little snippets of Avengers Doomsday, and it's all part of marketing to try and get people hyped, to get people excited, which that is, you know, that works as a marketing strategy. But you run into this worry of, like, don't show too much, you don't show, don't tell, you know, sort of thing. Or don't show too much. You get what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, that was a fucking great trailer. That was so good. I'm sorry. That was so good. That was so good. God, that was crazy. Interact with a childhood treasure. Oh. Oh, this. Okay. But with that was so good. Oh my gosh. And bro, Downey Jr. saying, hell, what was it Thor said? Thor said that hell will be waiting for you. And I think Doom said, hell fears me, for I am Doom. I lost my shit. I was trying to not scream in the morning when I heard that, because I was still awake and my wife was still asleep, and I didn't want to, you know, wake her up. So I was just so enthralled when I heard that. I was like, bro, that was such a hard line. Can't do that to me. So good. So fucking good. So what is... Oh, hold on. Red turn the page earrings. Ew, no. Blue reindeer cinched scarf. Thick curls and No. No, I don't want any of this shit. Bye. No, bye. I didn't want any of that at all. Thank you, bye. Oh, this is... Hold up. This is it? This is it right here? Oh, okay. A root. Okay. Okay. Not what I thought, but alright. So... what's supposed to happen? Use furniture mode to place the... Oh! Okay, we're gonna go to the valley real quick, guys. We're gonna travel to the valley. The valley. The Dreamlight Valley. Also, I liked Vision Quest, by the way. I thought that was really cool. That surprised me, if I'm being honest. And I do like that it does kind of... It made sense of how Ultron is back. And somehow, my dumbass didn't think of this, because it makes so much obvious sense to me that he's back. But not in the way I thought, and I was like, oh, I was like, that makes more sense. I thought it was just, I thought it was gonna be this whole thing where Ultron's back physically, but no, he's subconsciously still alive, because I realized Vision still has and pertains personalities and bits and pieces of memory and information about Ultron. And I immediately thought of that line from Infinity War where Bruce says to Vision about you, Tony, me, Ultron, the Stone, all of that is in you, and you still have yourself in your own identity. So you have all these minds and brilliant parts of our aspects and our attributes and who we are, but also all these things make you. So that makes so much sense now, seeing what Vision Quest is going to be about, which is cool. That was really cool. I was like, wow. I was like, all right. Let me fast travel. I want to travel to Valley. Let's go to... Ooh, actually, I know where I want to plant this. Also, not really that much of a huge thing to talk about, but the fact that The Greatest Showman and freaking Monsters, Inc. are gonna get their own Broadway musicals? That, say less. Say no more. Yes. Yes, please. Oh my gosh, yes. That's gonna be good. Those are gonna be good. Those are gonna be cool. So, I'm very content with those. So, I think the obvious kind of idea here is that there's no way that the Avengers are going to stop Doctor Doom. I think this is going to be... So, I hate that we're going to make this comparison, but at the same time, follow me here. Follow me here, guys. It's going to come full circle. Just follow me here. So, Avengers Doomsday is going to be very similarly, not exactly, but similarly to Infinity War. And not only in the sense of that this is going to be the Avengers movie where, oh no, the Avengers are going to be defeated and we're going to be left off on a cliffhanger, and then that's going to get people stoked for the next Avengers movie. Just like Infinity War. Infinity War had that cliffhanger of, oh my gosh, the Avengers, what happens now? Everyone's gone. What just happened? Oh no, let's get excited for Endgame. I think something's going to happen in Doomsday, similar, where it's like, oh shit, what's going to happen? Now let's get excited for Secret Wars. But
what a perfect
I
day.
think this is going to be similar to Infinity War in a different way. And that different way being that I think this is going to be similar in the sense that this movie is going to be Doctor Doom's movie. And then Secret Wars is going to be the Avengers movie, if that makes sense. Because with Infinity War, it felt more like Thanos' movie, you know? A lot more of his, analogy, his thought process. A lot more screen time for him. A lot more of scenes dedicated to him, you know, just talking about his philosophy and how he is... thinking he is right in the world and right in his mind, and he thinks he's doing what is right. And I think there was a lot more of that. And of course there was the Avengers, but it felt more like this was Thanos' opportunity to be like, we're going to dedicate a lot of these moments to him. So I think the rule is going to be same and similarly applied to Doctor Doom, because we're seeing that he was once a very brilliant man, someone very passionate, someone very kind. Now we see that he lost something. We're going to see him grieve. We're going to see him go through what happened. We're going to see what his thought process is now as Doctor Doom. I mean, Victor was considered a well-respected man, and now it's like, what the happened that made him become Doctor Doom and become this monster of a villain? And why is he going to do what he's going to do and what he's going to do, you know? And then when we reach Secret Wars, that's when it's going to be more about the Avengers show, because just like Endgame, it was more about the Avengers and they're like falling after Infinity War. So I think it's going to be the same thing with Secret Wars. But I say that as kind of an upside. I know some people are not going to like that, but that's the best way I can really say it. And I think as much as people are going to hate that idea, I kind of see the proof's kind of in the pudding, but I think it's the right amount of pudding, you know? Because I just think that would work the best, and I know a lot of people are going to make that comparison, and even I will too. I will admit it. I will make that comparison and say that if that happens and that's going to be the plot, where all of a sudden we're left on a cliffhanger and then it's like, oh, here I am talking about Doomsday and I, knew this was going to happen. I think people are going to really not like that, but I think that's kind of not what you need. But I feel like the Russo brothers are going to go in that direction. I know I said I didn't want both Doomsday and Secret Wars to be very similar to Infinity War and Endgame, but I really think in terms of, like, if I was the Russo brothers, which I feel like this is what they would do, whether good or bad, you guys can agree or disagree. Right now, I think because of how excited I am for Doomsday, I think this would be a good move, and I feel like this would be a very predictable move, but a good move nonetheless, and that is they're going to kind of not copy-paste, but they'll kind of be like, you know what, let's kind of follow that same formula that we did and that success that we did with Infinity War and with Endgame, and kind of follow that as well and do that with Doomsday and with Secret Wars, since the Russo brothers are directing these movies. So it makes sense for that they're like, you know what, let's kind of do that again a little bit. Not too much similar, but we're going to tiptoe a little bit in there. We're going to put our feet in there a little bit, kind of follow that same little recipe, maybe change it up, put a lot more differences in there, and boom, that will be how it will happen, I think. But I think it might benefit itself. It might benefit itself. But I know it's going to have its downfall, because the other argument is that it will easily be a good nostalgic trick. Because, hey, the Russo brothers, hey, we did this in Infinity War. People liked Infinity War. Let's do that again. Hey, people liked this in Endgame. Let's do that again, So I feel like that is a very hard line that is going to get crossed. And I think it's just going to be an endless debate, endless argument, which that will determine how things go for these movies. But I think currently right now, I think this is their best bet right now. And I think if they do change some things, great. Then there you go. So that's what I think with that. But welcome to the stream, Mage. Feel free to leave anything in the chat if you want to try and get those time codes after all this, because there's a lot we already covered. Just get them at your own pace. But any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, requests, all that stuff, we're just going through D23 things. And also, let me plant this little tree sprout, because we're going to find out what this tree sprout is all about. If I can, where is it actually? Well, hold on. First things first, I'm going to get sidetracked, but it's okay. First things first, I want to do something real quick, because I'm going to forget something. Wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. I hope it will be. At the end of the day, however they decide to do Secret Wars, I hope it will be the swan song, because I really am curious how they're going to do this, because now we have a new X-Men cast that dropped yesterday, and not a lot of them, but at least some of them, some more than others. So we'll get into that a moment, but let's just kind of let's step on the brake for a second. Let's step on the pedals and step on the brake for a minute, and then I'm gonna try and do some stuff. And then we'll, if you guys want, ask anything and everything. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't. Okay, I can't do that. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay, that answers my question at least. We went over everything except the X-Men. I want them to be on a good note. I want it to be on a good note. I want it to be where, I don't know how they'll do it, but, the question is always that Secret Wars, I think in the comics, and I think even Secret Wars, like, how you would do it in the MCU, has always been a conversation about reboot, remake, how, like, what would happen after the events of it. It's been this whole thing of, like, do we reboot the multiverse? Do we reboot the timeline? Do we reset everything? How do we do all this, And I think Kevin Feige said something about rebooting, remaking it. That's a tough decision, but I think it would be more like a very soft little, like, not remake, but refresh of it all. So that way we keep certain things, but also we add certain things. Okay, so Incredibles, Frozen, Kingdom Hearts, Coco, new Pixar movies like Ghost Market and Clay, Ahsoka, Zootopia, Doomsday, some of the live-action stuff, Oswald, and some other things in between like Vision Quest and some other debates. I'm. You can ask me still this stuff again. I'll still repeat it because I feel like we're gonna kind of go in circles a little bit, which is okay. Because this is going to be the topic of today is D23. A lot of stuff that's going to go down that's happened already yesterday. Stuff that's going to happen in like 20 minutes because I know that they're going to talk about stuff with Spider-Man in like an hour. Not an hour, in like literally 20 minutes. So, yeah. Well, I'm just making like a paraphrase thing of it. But thank you. Welcome back, Brandon. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I think tomorrow or today is a good opportunity for them to also announce stuff like what they'll do at the parks. Like I don't think we're gonna get anything for Villains Land. Again, we saw stuff for Piston Peak, which is the Cars Land that we're getting at Disney World, and then we're getting some little teases and little snippets of things for Monstropolis, things for the Tropicals of America, which is the new land that replaced Dino Land USA and Animal Kingdom. So we're getting just small little things here and there, and I have no idea what's happening, but apparently Neil Patrick Harris is showing up at the panel or showing up at D23. For what? I have no fucking idea. Maybe for Indiana Jones. I have no idea. Random. It's random. I like NPH, and some of the things have been controversial with him, but, yeah. Where the hell's the tree sprout I just had? Did I miss it? Where is it? Cinnamon? Actually, I'm gonna eat the cinnamon. I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't need the cinnamon. Suncore? No. That's for Rapunzel. Where is it? I had a tree sprout. No. Oh. I'm silly. I'm super silly right now. Hold on. Give me a sec, people. I just realized it's not in my inventory, it's in my furniture. There we go. Okay, tree sprout. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm gonna need some space. We're gonna have to back this up a little bit, I think. Fuck, okay. I might have to take it back. Might take it elsewhere, I think. I thought putting it here would make sense, but I don't think that's gonna work. Well, actually, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, I like this spot right here for it. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. That's perfect. I love how I'm just like watching it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Randomly, but I just remembered that. I feel like we're gonna get stuff about the Muppets because there was an artwork or an art piece that's being unveiled for Disneyland at D23. So I wonder if there's gonna be something of the Muppets coming to Disneyland or Disney World or what, because we have Rock and Roller Coaster with the Muppets. So I'm curious what's going to be there. Imagine Disneyland gets the actual Muppet takeover like it was promised 30-something years ago. That'd be so crazy. So tonight is Kingdom Hearts. Tonight is okay. So tonight is Kingdom Hearts in Disney parks. Okay, I was right. That actually works out really well. And don't worry, we'll go over X-Men. We'll go over X-Men in a moment. So, we'll get into that in a moment, but I don't think she knows yet. I don't think she really cares. Not that she doesn't care for X-Men, but she's just like, I don't know. There's certain things, like in the Marvel stuff, that she just likes more than anything, if I'm being honest, because I say this with love. She has really gravitated in terms of any of the Marvel movies, because not really the shows, not a lot of the Marvel shows. She doesn't really care for the Marvel shows, but the Marvel movies. Hold on. I don't think we need a live-action Tangled, though. Or The Princess Bride. So she has gravitated towards a lot of, not actually, let me rephrase this. She's not gravitated to a lot of the Marvel stuff. So, don't ever tell her that. Don't ever tell her that. But, so she has gravitated towards, in terms of the Marvel movies, she really likes the Spider-Man ones. We saw Spider-Man No Way Home together. We watched Brand New Day together. She wanted to see that at first, and then I was like, "Are we gonna see it?" And she's like, "All right, we'll go see it." And we went to go see the Guardians of the Galaxy. She really loves the Guardians of the Galaxy. She likes, I think, a lot of the stuff that is, I think she likes a lot of the stuff that is not pre-Endgame, but like the good shit, the Infinity War saga, like anything from that era was great. I don't know if she really likes the Captain America movies, but she loves Chris Evans. So I know for a fact. Actually, no, I think she saw one of the Captain America movies one time in theaters. I think she told me that it was Monsters Inc. and one of the Captain America films, and I think something else that she saw in theaters. That was like the first, movies she saw. Not the first, but you know what I mean. Oh, we have a package. Hold on, speaking of. Something small, but no, this is like big. So I'm wondering now. I'm gonna take a look-see real quick. I'm gonna take a peek and then we're gonna go talk to Pooh. Talk to Pooh Bear. Hold on. Pooh Bear. We need a Pooh Bear. Pooh Bear. Spider-Man movies, at least the ones we watched, like the Tom Holland ones, or at least the two that we saw, but she does like Tom Holland. She likes anything with the Infinity War saga because, that was just peak. That was iconic, stuff like the first Avengers and the Guardians movies, and again, Infinity War, Endgame, all these great films from, before the multiverse. So she's not a big fan of the multiverse saga. So there's not really anything that's really interested her since then, because she really doesn't like the Doctor Strange movie. She didn't really want to go see Black Panther, or maybe she did. I don't remember. I just remember going to see it by myself. So I know that for a fact. What was it? The Thor movie that came out was bad, and oh hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Oh, this is super cute! This is super cute! This is, okay, now I remember. This is a gift for my niece for tomorrow. That's cute. That's cute. But don't worry, I'll get into the X-Men in a moment. I'll get into the whole X-Men stuff in a second. But just, let's go see what Pooh Bear wants. Good old Pooh Bear, Pooh Bear. Yeah, they're not necessary. They're not necessary, PJ. I wonder why. Okay, okay. 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 The fuck? Do I need a new thing for this? Oh, I can't even do anything with that. Interesting. Okay. Makes sense though. There he is. Hi, Pooh. Also, Mage, you should probably know that there'll be no chance of seeing Belle play this again. She doesn't want to do Dreamlight Valley, or at least so far she doesn't want to do Dreamlight Valley again because she left to do shopping, and then she's like, I don't think I'm gonna do Dreamlight Valley again. And I'm like, really? She's like, no, it's not as good as I thought it'd be, or not really into it as thought. And I'm like, not even for Pooh Bear? She's like, I don't think so. And I'm like, wow. So we'll see. I'd be so surprised that all of a sudden she's like, Pooh, and I'm like, just kind of sitting there, like, that's great. Yeah, no. So she hasn't really seen a lot of the multiverse stuff. Like, again, the only thing that we've watched that's post-Endgame was No Way Home. And this is the stuff we watched together, like No Way Home, Doctor Strange, which she didn't like, but still, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3, Deadpool and Wolverine we saw, and we saw Spider-Man Brand New Day. And it's funny because we were driving one night to Michael's, and she was just saying, she was like, like, none of this stuff is good. Like, since Endgame, nothing's been good. And I was ready to say all the movies we saw, and she was like, don't say any of the movies we saw. Those don't count. And I'm like, Deadpool doesn't count? She's like, no. And I was like, Spider-Man doesn't count? No. Guardians doesn't count? No. And I was like, okay. I just thought it was funny. It just made me laugh a little bit. She was like, there's just too much shit and all these other things that she was like, you gotta have this to watch this and this to watch that. And I'm like, yeah, she's not wrong. It does sometimes feel like homework, you know, for some people. I don't give a shit because I'll still watch it. If it's bad, then it's bad. That's not my fault. I mean, it is for tuning in, but still, it's not my fault. It's the product's fault. Like, Eternals wasn't good. Not my problem. Not my fault. Black Widow. Not my fault it wasn't good. Same thing with Thor: Love and Thunder and all these other ones they've had. But it was like, she was like, it's a whole thing that you have to have Disney Plus to watch these shows to understand this and that. And I'm like, yeah, kinda. But I remember that same night, I was like, you don't really need to see anything for the Fantastic Four movie. And she's like, did I see the other ones? I was like, no. Yeah. Like, kind of the same thing when she brought up Superman. I was like, you don't want to watch Superman? She's like, no. Did I see the other ones? Did I see the older movies or the Man of Steel one? I was like, there's nothing to do with them. She's like, yeah, well, did I see them? No. So, yeah. I'm like, okay. All right. So, anyways, let's talk to Pooh, and then we'll go roam around the 100-Acre Woods, or quote-unquote the 100-Acre Woods, because this is deemed something else, but it's clearly the 100-Acre Woods. But we're going to roam around here, and then we'll talk about some X-Men.
Oh, you're here.
Oh, hello there.
Nice.
Is that you, Christopher Robin? No, it's just me, ProdigiousATea. Are you Winnie the Pooh? Yes, at least I was this morning. This morning? Oh, stop it. I'm gonna cry from these responses. Stop it. These are too cute. Oh, this feels like, there's something special, our connection with this already. Anyways, stop it. Oh my gosh. Stop. Stop. Stop.
My.
That's very nice sort of things for you to say. Where are Piglet and Eeyore? What happened here? Oh, bother. They were here, and then it's all a bit muddled. Oh. You see, the woods used to be so filled brighter. The bees were buzzing.
Yay!
But something happened to that made that fog come. After that, the honey wasn't very sweet anymore. I actually got here through a rather magical tree. Do you know anything about it? A tree? What sort of tree was it? It looked like this. Oh, the trees. Oh, I know, prefer being only trees and not doors. I'm glad you're here, ProdigiousATea. It's nice
when a friend comes to visit, you look very grown up now. You know, but your heart feels the same, and, well, I'm trying to have a rather important think, but my tummy is rumbling. It keeps interrupting. Would you help me, Prodigious Tea? Of course I'll help you. Let's go start with those odd sticky lumps everywhere. I'll clear them out. Clear them all. If those strange things were gone and you were to find something sweet, I think my might think better.
I shall see you quite soon, I'm sure.
Just share them to me after the stream or whatever works for you best, honestly. Can I... Oh, now I can remove him. Okay, so it's just simple magic. Cool. I'm sorry, I almost teared up because I do love how they treat this like an old friend. I was like, oh, because Pooh is always an old friend. Damn. You know, it's crazy. Not crazy, but I don't know. I'm feeling just, what's the word here? Hold on, I'm trying to quote something here How sentimental. You know, I haven't been this choked up since I got a hunk of wasaka caught in my throat. But I think when we're at a certain like young age, as a child, we are that's not the word I'm looking for. We latch on to certain characters, and when we get older, we realize how much more sentimental and how much more they kind of mean to us. And I don't speak for everybody, but I think, the more older I've gotten, the more I'm like, oh, like, realizing how significant of an impact Pooh has on just our feelings. Well, that's, well, yeah. It's not canon, though. It's not Disney's, so that doesn't count, but it's just still kind of dumb. Hated that movie. I reviewed that and I hated it. I knew from the get-go, just the idea was not gonna be good. Not just because it's, bastardizing Pooh. It's just, and I will still stand by this, is that, taking an IP and just making it a horror movie doesn't always work. Because just doing that, okay, granted, you want to create a vision and a universe of your own, fine, but, sometimes that doesn't always amount to how original, Like, think about it. All the not IPs, think about all the public domain characters that have now entered, and it's just horror movie, and it's like, how, it doesn't feel fresh. Steamboat Willie, what did everyone do? Horror movie. And, like, I like horror movies. That's the thing, is it's not like I have a passion against horror as a genre. I like horror movies, but it's just, when you think about it, you go, it's not creative. Just slapping it into a slasher movie doesn't make it, new or fresh. Winnie the Pooh, horror. There's Peter Pan, horror. Pinocchio, horror. Cinderella, a horror movie. Even before the public domain thing, Snow White, there was Snow White and the Huntsman. Hansel and Gretel, what did that happen? Not that it was a horror movie, but it was like, hey, they're gonna fight vampires for whatever, or witches, or for whatever fucking reason, So it's just, like, Snow White and the Huntsman wasn't, again, a horror movie, but it was, let's put a dark spin on it. And it was, I don't know, I don't really remember it that well, now that I think about it. And then, again, Steamboat Willie, there was at least 2 or 3 flicks that came out in the same year that were a part of the horror genre. And granted, there are other ones that have done it that aren't, just you know, a slasher. Guillermo del Toro did his interpretation of Pinocchio, which I thought was interesting. I still need to watch one of these days. There's stuff like that, but it's just, you know, that's like, I love how that's the first thought process for a lot of people, and it's like, really? Even Bambi has its own horror flick, and it's like, what the f are we doing? I'm all for a cheesy horror movie, but fuck. Excuse me. It's weird, off topic but related. It's weird how this bundle, package, whatever you want to call it, doesn't have Tigger. Like, I get it, because if we go over to our thing here, the storybook, or the Wish Blossom, I think, has Tigger for whatever reason, but yet here in the Honey Glow Woods, it's Pooh, Piglet, and Eeyore. That's really it, I think. Yeah, it's just these three. What? Like, there's no. You think you'd add Tigger into this bundle, but for whatever reason, he's a part of the one with Snow White, and I think there's like another character in there. I don't remember who else. I don't know. I don't remember. But at least Peter Pan's in this at some point, I think. Actually, I want to check. Is he a part of the Dreamlight one, or is he a part of a different collection? Because that's what I'm curious about. No, I want Dreamlight Valley's stuff. There we go. Let me see. I don't know which one he's a part of, because there's too many areas now they're adding. Ralph, I think, is a part of this area. I'm not sure. Look, Hercules and Phil were added recently. And then I know a Lady and Tramp were just added recently. There's Peter Pan. Yep, Peter Pan. There was Pocahontas, and then I thought there was supposed to be Captain Hook, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember. But they did add so many. It's like, damn, there's Ralph. Turning the Isle. Let me see. Jafar, Oswald, Rapunzel, Eve. That's it. Can I see Storybook? No, I can't see that. Not yet. I think one has... Hold up. Does one have Belle and Beast? I'm curious now. No, it's just Dreamlight. Thank God. Okay. Oh, interesting. Interesting.
Gorge, look at all the great stuff I got.
And there's a no. You know what it is? There's another bundle DLC, whatever you want to call it. I don't remember what they call it at this point. It doesn't feel like DLC. It just feels like continuations of different stories and plot lines and subplots, because I feel like in order to have a DLC, you have to have a complete story, then DLC. Because Dreamlight Valley is just gonna constantly just keep going and going and going, it's not gonna be. It doesn't feel like DLC. It just feels like it's just more add-ons, but which is DLC. But you're not my point. Not my point. Oh, it's at 4 now? I thought it was gonna be at 1. That fair enough. Fair enough. I thought everyone was gonna go crazy now that that Spider-Man's going on, but it's at 4. Interesting. Let me see. I'm gonna see something real quick. Okay, maybe not. I guess they don't have anything yet, but there's still other stuff that they're probably announcing more synopsises about. Oh, this is gonna be the story about this. This is what Pee Pee Poo Poo is gonna be. Oh, Pacific. That makes more sense. Okay, that's fine. Fine by me. That makes tons more sense. Okay. Also, I love that that's partially blocked, so that's funny to me. I might change. You know, I'm gonna, just in case for now, on the safe side, I might change the scheduled time for Brand New Day, my review for Brand New Day. Instead of 2 o'clock, it'll be 3 o'clock, just in case. Just in case. I don't think we'll go on for that long, but just in case. Just in case. Just in case. Just to be on the safe side of things. So we'll do that for now. Anyways, let's just see what Pooh wants. We'll hang out with him for a bit, and then we'll get back to everything else. Don't worry. Don't you worry your little hearts out, guys. Don't you worry about a thing. It is cool. I feel like it's a collage, or is that from like one of the Sonic comics or something? Do I have? Yes, I do. Hell yeah, I got me a honey pot. What you got, Pooh Bear?
Oh, yes.
Have you visited me?
I found
Or
this
have I
nearby. It's
visited
almost
you?
empty, but there's still a little left.
You're right. It's only a smackerel, but it is honey-ish honey.
Feeling better? See? Heroic honey retrieval mission success. Actually, I like this one.
Oh, much better, thank you. Now that those sticky things are no longer here, I believe I have a walking sort of feeling.
A walking sort of feeling?
Oh, yes.
Yes, it begins at the bottom of my legs, and it works its way up to my head.
What does one usually do when one has a walking sort of feeling?
I've always found it best to walk and play, of course.
I don't think it's properly played in a very long time. Oh, I don't think I played it. Aww. Aww. This is so adorable. This is so adorable.
Well, I know a very good game. It's all about hiding and seeking.
I'm not entirely sure how that helps us solve the mystery of what's happening in the woods.
Well, perhaps the answer is hiding too. And if something is hiding, I think it's best to seek it. You could count, ProdigiousATea, and I will hide.
He's gone! He's gone! Bro. Bro. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, I love this. This is my new favorite part of this game. Fuck you guys. It's my favorite. It's my new favorite part. Can I pick up the orb? Pooh, thank you. Okay, I kind of had a feeling. I didn't want to assume, so I know there's a Pooh likes honey, Avi, but also his hums when he walks. Also, speaking of comics, I know about the whole thing that Marvel and Star Wars actually might have a comic series together. I think that's gonna be interesting. I think that's gonna be kind of neat. I don't have a lot of thoughts about it other than I kind of hope it's very similar to there's a episode of Parks and Recreation. For any of you guys that know Parks and Recreation, there is this episode that guest stars Patton Oswalt. Yes, Patton Oswalt like Remy from Ratatouille. Patton Oswalt. Patton Oswalt like he was in a Kim Possible episode. He was one of the villains, if I remember correctly. Point is, you guys have heard his voice before. I think he did the MODOK series a couple years ago, but he did this bit where he went to court for like a debate, I think, or for something, and his character was to filibuster. And the meaning of filibuster is you're in a courtroom and you are given a opportunity to talk about something, and it's like kind of not declaring a, like, let's say you were to go to a courtroom, to a government like thing or a legal thing about you want to do X, Y, and Z, and then you have all this time to filibuster, and it's like kind of like not making stuff up on the spot, but let's say you you were to, okay, hey, I have this law, but also I'm going to talk about this and ramble on a tangent and no one can stop me because it's not legal, but it's there's technicalities about it. There's a definition behind it. I remember learning about it years ago, I think, through this video, this clip of Parks and Recreation. And I remember in high school, my like social studies, not social studies, it was like history or whatever, not literature, whatever government class I was learning, my teacher suddenly said filibuster, and I knew what that was from the moment she said that. And then I was like, yeah. I didn't answer that, but I just knew in my head, I knew what that meant, but I never knew the actual term what it meant. I knew that it was like, oh, I knew it because of this clip. So where am I going with this? What does this have to do with Patton Oswalt and Star Wars? So in the episode, he filibusters this whole pitch of what Star Wars Episode 7 could have been. You know, this predates The Force Awakens, before J.J. Abrams said, I'm going to do The Force Awakens, and I'm going to have Rey, and I'm going to have all the stormtroopers and the First Order and everything. So the filibuster was this pitch that he did where it was the best, like, not the best, but quote-unquote, it was the best Star Wars Episode 7 pitch, and there was this whole thing where Patton Oswalt was just going on this whole thing about Star Wars, and all of a sudden the Marvel Universe, them crossing over, you know, Star Wars and Marvel crossing over together, mass hysteria type of energy. And it was this cool pitch, and it made sense, and it's so out there. But man, if they do that as a comic book, and if, let's say, Kevin Smith does something similar to what Patton Oswalt said, not that he would know, but if the irony of, let's say, oh, the Infinity Stones and the Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos has it. He opens the Reality Stone and goes to a different reality. So now he's jumped into the Star Wars universe. And there we have Boba Fett and Luke Skywalker, and Luke's training Jedis. And oh my gosh, here comes the Blackbird, the X-Men ship coming in, and the Quinjet, and now they're having a fight with Slave One, and then Luke's piloting the X-Wing, and there's all this like crazy like fan shit and like nerd shit that just sounds so like it's too good of a thing. But holy shit, if that happens in like a comic book, that might be the best thing ever. That might be absolute, instead of absolute cinema, it would be absolute literature. Mic drop.
Oh, you're here.
Oh,
nice.
It's you.
Oh.
Oh, bother. Perhaps we should do something to remember our game.
I must be going
Oh.
now. Goodbye.
Oh, this is so adorable. I get to take a picture of Pooh. I get to take a picture of Pooh. I get to take a picture of Pooh. I fucking... Aw. This actually might be my favorite. Oh my gosh. But that's how the pitch was, okay? It didn't make any sense, but it just was so fucking cool. Because all the stones, and I think he had all of them, and that's how he was able to jump into the different realities. So I was like, that's fucking cool. Actually, you know what, guys? I seriously suggest you guys go find that clip. Seriously, please go find that clip. One of these days, after this stream, or when you got free time, seriously, go check out that clip. It is so good. It's just pure fandom and nerdgasms, but it's just like, yes. It's like, yes, you're hitting the right notes, you know? It was just the right amount. I appreciate that, but that's not my idea. Trust me, that is not mine. I wish I could take credit for that, but no. I wish I could say that was my idea, but no. That's literally how the actor Patton Oswalt pitched it.
Oh, it's you.
Oh, you found me
That
already.
always
That was
makes
very
things
clever of
better.
you.
You were humming.
No.
Yes, so I was. Let us try again, ProdigiousATea. I shall hide more quietly.
Oh no, he's gone! Oh, Pooh Bear. Winnie the Pooh Bear. I know you're out there. I seriously, guys, watch that clip. Look up Patton Oswalt filibuster or Patton Oswalt Parks and Rec. You will find that clip instantly. There's been at least, I think, a handful of people that have animated that too, which is even more amazing.
You're here.
Hello there,
How
friend.
nice.
Oh, oh, bother. Perhaps we should do something to remember our game.
I shall see you quite soon, I'm sure.
Actually, Encanto wouldn't be that bad. No. No, I hate that. My dream, I think, you know what, my dream list of Kingdom Hearts worlds, I think, would be, I think I've done this before, I might have talked about this before, but I'll say it again. The Incredibles, I want to say Big Hero 6, but I know we've already seen Big Hero 6 technically with San Francisco, or San Francisco, I should say. Incredibles, Princess and the Frog, Muppets. I would love to see Star Wars. I know that would never happen, but I'd love to see Star Wars. I don't care. I would love it if we took it to either the original trilogy or if we took it to the Clone Wars. I wouldn't mind. I don't know how, but I'd love to see the MCU. Whether it is the Avengers or Guardians of the Galaxy or even Spider-Man. Also, something is lurking in the distance here, so give me a sec. Oh, it's Goofy. Okay, I thought something else was blowing in the wind. I was like, what the fuck is that? I'm hearing. I'm like, oh, it's a silhouette. I'm like, okay, it's just Goofy. Okay. Hold up. So I've said Muppets, Princess and the Frog, Marvel, Star Wars, Incredibles. I want to see, as stupid as it is, I want to see Bug's Life, because that was supposed to happen in, I think, Kingdom Hearts 2. I think it'd be interesting if they revisit that idea. I know nobody cares about A Bug's Life, but I think the idea of, you know, the size of an ant and some things like that would be kind of fun. That'd be kind of creative. What else do I want to see? I don't know about Encanto, but definitely I would want to see, I think I'd want to see Emperor's New Groove. That'd be kind of funny. That'd be kind of fun. I don't know how you'd do it because unfortunately the late Eartha Kitt, you can, like, no one has ever voiced that character since her death, but still, I'd love it. I'd love it. You have the right actor that sounds like David Spade, and he was in that that Emperor's New Groove, Emperor's New School TV show, and then and even Patrick Warburton can reprise his role. Zootopia would be kind of fun. Zootopia. You know what? I'll say Encanto. Why not? Screw it. I'd say Encanto. Sure. Why not? And I would say... What's something that we haven't done that we haven't visited yet before? Snow White, maybe? I don't think we've visited Snow White before. I know that we've had the not the Seven Dwarves, we've had the Magic Mirror, I think, at one point in one of the games, and I think maybe Evil Queen, but I don't remember if we ever had that world. If not, actually, you know what, scratch it, scrap it. I would say instead, Inside Out. Actually, I like that idea. We're in the core somehow. We're in our own mind or something. Or I have no idea how that'd work. But still, I think that'd be creative. That'd be kind of nice. That'd be interesting. That'd be, I don't know, something, you know. And of course, I'd want the OG worlds like Aladdin, Olympus. You can't have it without Mount Olympus. Maybe we can revisit Tangled. Maybe we can revisit San Francisco. Maybe Monstropolis. Maybe do Toy Story again. That'd be great. I'd love to see us go back to the Pride Lands with Pride, Lion King. Something with Lilo and Stitch would be great. What else would I want to revisit? Not counting Traverse Town, I'd want to see, of course you're going to throw in something with pirates. It's going to be something with Peter Pan or Pirates of the Caribbean because it's just natural. It's like a given to throw that in there. It's like throwing in Mount Olympus. You're just bound to have Olympus and Hercules in a Kingdom Hearts game. And I think, Tarzan. You know what? We haven't had Tarzan in years. I'd love to see that again. That'd be cool.
Is this perchance?
Oh, bother. I thought this was a very good leaf for hiding. It was the only leaf moving in the whole woods. I see. Shall we play again?
Yeah, give us Halloween Town again. I'd want that. Oh no! Where'd you go, Pooh Bear?
I'm so rumbly in my tummy. I've been hungry for a Pooh Bear. I'm in something I don't remember. Time for me to eat.
Oh my gosh, now I want to watch that. Oh, fuck. Nostalgia. It's not bad, it's just like, the feels. The feels. Like a Toontown? It's not a bad idea, actually. It's not a bad idea. Pooh. Pooh. I don't know, personally, I'm not... Actually, that's not bad. I think we... Actually, hold on. We had a Toontown at one point. Kinda. Mage, am I not wrong or am I not right? Wasn't there a Toontown? I remember they did Steamboat Willie with Kingdom Hearts 2. I remember that. But remember there was a world where we raced at, against Pete, I think? I remember seeing something like that. I think. Oh, okay. I'll have to look at this later, but I do want to find where Pooh is. I don't think I'm paying attention entirely, but either that or damn, Pooh really might have found the hiding spot to beat all hiding spots. Either way, I feel like that was Toontown, was that not? Oh, I passed by him. Nice. I feel like that was similar to Toontown. I don't know. Let me know if it was Toontown-like or Toontown-esque because I thought it was. I thought it was, at least. Ooh.
Have you visited me?
You are very talented, ProdigiousATea. Let's try one last time. I've thought up a very nice spot to hide. Ho 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 ho!
Alright, bub. Oh, Shmoo Bear. Ooh, Bear. I wonder where he could be! Hey, can you guys help me find Pooh Bear? Damn, I don't know where Pooh Bear went. Let's go ask this yellow bear with a red shirt on. Oh, I love him so much. It's great. I love him so much. I love him. I love him. I love him. Oh, I love him. Oh god, I hope my kids love him as much as Belle and I do, if not as much as Belle does.
Oh, it's you.
You're very good at seeking me.
always makes things better.
You're very good at being exactly bear-shaped.
Oh,
Oh, thank you. Oh, bother. All that running around made my tummy wish it had some honey.
I'm sure there has to be more honey somewhere. Let's keep searching. Moana! That would be a beautiful world to visit in Kingdom Hearts 4. That, actually, I would love and be down for.
I do hope you'll come back soon.
I want to kind of look at that pot, and then I'm going to get back to, I'm going to get to the X-Men stuff. I want to talk about X-Men in a second. I want to see what this pot was all about. I'm curious now. I'm curious like a cave. I think it was... Wait. No. Give me a sec, guys. I want to find where that pot was. That giant honey pot. I'm going to look around again. Oh! Nice. Okay. Oh! Okay, interesting. Gimme. Anyways. This little hedgehog is cute. Can I pet you? Can I pet you? Alright, fine. I can't then. Do I have enough to... Oh, yeah, I'm upgrading my house. Yeah!
Hello.
You know, if you improve your house, you'll have more storage space and more rooms. And all of that extra elbow room means more places for rest and relaxation. Yeah, buddy! Let's do it. Bless my #1 dime. It is that a sight. Hell yeah! Oh! Doesn't look that much difference except for the blue, but it's not bad. Nice one. Going. Nice going, actually, there, duck. But I want to find out about that pot. You know, the pot. You know where it's at. The pot that's hot. You know where it's at. Anyways. Oh, it's a thingy. Okay. Okay. Great question. I feel like Hector is gonna be a summon. I already can see it. The way that the thing with Coco and that little sequence with him and Hector, I feel like he's gonna be a summon. I think easily Genie needs to be a summon again. I think Stitch should be a summon. Baymax should be a summon. Sully should be a summon. Give me... Who else would be a good summon? Beast. Peter Pan. If we do get the Muppets, I would so love like someone like Kermit or Gonzo. Actually, you know what? No, Gonzo. I need him to like launch himself from a cannon and he starts flaring around, spinning in a vortex, knocking out the Heartless or something like very dangerous-esque. I need something very comical if we get the Muppets, but I know if we don't, then I would then say, fuck, who else? They'll probably throw in Elsa. Not one I would want, but they'll probably have Elsa since we have Frozen now. Maybe someone like Buzz and Woody as a duo. I said Baymax already. Oh, you know what? I know this will never happen, but I wouldn't mind if we did Jungle Book as a world we'd visit in Kingdom Hearts, but I know that won't happen. But anyways, I wanted to get that off my chest. Hercules will be a summon, most likely. And I think just because you'd probably have someone like Dumbo or Ariel or Jack Rather, Jack Skellington, I should say. I have no clue. But let's talk about the X-Men. Let's talk about them. There's nothing bad to them, but I want to really just kind of take this moment to really go over this shit because I wanted it to have its own moment. You know, last but certainly not least, the X-Men that we got and was announced from D23. So I think all these castings are fantastic. I'm going to say that right out the gate. But I don't know a lot of these actors and actresses. I had to literally look them up. But I like the fact that they are young. So I will give it that. Because some of them were already confirmed, and some of them are new surprises to me, and some were already rumored. But we'll go by them step by step, each little second. So I don't remember how they presented them. I really don't care, but I think we can easily get out of the way. Since I mentioned that my Spider-Man Brand New Day movie review will be dropping in like an hour or two, I'm gonna obviously just mention it here real quick. Spoiler, because we already know that Sadie Sink is Jean. We already know she's Jean Grey. She kind of showed up, I think. If not, she's definitely a part of the roster. So you have that, which that kind of counts but doesn't count. But following up with that is this guy named Kit Connor, who's supposed to be our Cyclops. And, you know, he kind of has a very Cyclops vibe, very Scott Summers vibe, I think. Wait, he did a movie with Tom Holland? Or is this just a random post of him and Tom Holland? Oh, never mind. I'm not even going to ask. Anyways, moving right along. So, again, bear with me. I've never heard of these actors whatsoever. But with Kit Connor, the only thing I can really think of that people would recognize him for was he did a movie called Warfare, which I think I covered at one point, or I talked about other successes like The Wild Robot, Ready Player One. He was apparently in Rocket Man and His Dark Materials. He's got some other credits and credentials, but those would be the more familiar ones. I don't know, there's stuff like random things like War and Peace, which came out 10 years ago, and there's a show he did called Heartstopper. I'm guessing this is a... Oh! I see now. Okay, Heartstopper also featured, it also features, the actor who was Tommy from Agatha All Along. That makes so much fucking sense why they probably got this guy. Okay, now I see it. Yep, okay. I have no idea what this is about, but it is a British coming-of-age romantic comedy drama television series created by Alice Oseman on Netflix, by the way. Based on Oseman's graphic novels, it stars Kit Connor and Joe Locke, following two schoolboys whose friendship blossoms into romance. So, now I see why they brought in Kit Connor. Not because of Joe Locke, but I just think, hey, you know, we have one actor from that show. Why not get the other guy, too? That I don't know. That's just how my thought process thinks. And apparently there's a movie called Heartstopper Forever, so I'm guessing that's the movie, maybe? Because it just says 2016, unless this was a series, but I don't know. But that's our Cyclops. We already have our Jean. There was already talks about Samara Weaving being Emma Frost, and I think I had pointed out that she was in a movie that recently came out called Ready or Not 2, but basically she did both Ready or Not movies. She was in a movie called The Babysitter, and I think that's really all I can think of that people would know her from. She was in The Last Scream, or last one? Whatever this one is. Scream 7, I think? I have no idea. The one that has freaking, God, these Scream movies, these Screams, God, help me, God. It brought back, it brought back Jenna Ortega, and it had Courtney Cox, of course, and I think this is where Lillard came back or something, or there was that post-credit scene or something where Matthew Lillard said, "Oh yeah, Stu would come back for sure," and I'm like, but Stu's okay. No. Okay, love Matthew Lillard, but Jesus Christ, gosh. Okay, never mind. And I think the only thing I can really point out with Samara Weaving was she did a movie with Daniel Radcliffe called Guns Akimbo. So I again, these are people I don't know, but I know that people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is that one person. It's like, yep, I wouldn't know for shit, but I know people would know for sure these people, because I'm noticing a lot of these actors and actresses are from really successful and popular horror movies right now. Because Samara Weaving, I just named a couple of movies like that. The actress who is gonna be Rogue is Indy Navarrete. She's done stuff like, she was Lurie in this year's Obsession, and she did the series 13 Reasons Why, so people are going to be like, oh my gosh, Obsession, because that's the new hit craze right now, which I haven't seen yet, but still. She apparently was in Superman and Lois, so I wouldn't know, but interesting enough. And who was the other actor? Oh, Christopher Abbott, who is our Charles Xavier, which, okay, 40 years old, not how I think, but hey, if these are going to be young X-Men, I would assume a somewhat younger Charles, because, I mean, Patrick Stewart was at least 40-ish, 50-ish when he was doing the first X-Men movies. So I guess it would make sense. But this guy did the last year's werewolf, or not werewolf, last year's Wolfman. He did Sanctuary, which was another horror movie, I think, and he was in stuff like Poor Things, and it comes at night. So again, horror. There's a vibe here going on, which is just I don't know. It's just like, hey, let's just find the popular people, and they're probably good actors, but I just think I just think it's funny to me. And then we have Storm, who's played by Maya Boyd. There's not a lot of credentials for her, but apparently she has done some musical theater. So I thought that was interesting. I'm like, oh, Broadway. All right. So, let's see. Yeah, there's nothing really else. There's not, like, the only thing that she did was, I think, there's a movie or a show called Deadbeat, and then there's something with the Broadway show with Tamsin Fidel. So, Broadway. Cool for them. Cool, good. I like that for him. Now, for the director of this movie, which I actually really enjoy, is that it's going to be directed by Jake Schreiner. Schreiner, I think it is, right? Let me make sure I'm saying this right. Schreier. Jake Schreier, who we saw in Thunderbolts. He directed Thunderbolts. So, you know what? Fine. I'm fine with that. It took me a minute to realize who this was, but I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I vibe with this. It kind of makes sense. He's already he already did a Marvel project, so of course it's like, hey, you want to do another one? And not that I feel like he can handle the X-Men really well, but I feel like, I feel like if he can't do the Thunderbolts and the new Avengers movies, then yeah, I mean, sure, give him another project to do. Great, cool. And before we get to that, so of course, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman made a cameo. They did like a whole recording of themselves during D23, and Hugh and Ryan just being Hugh and Ryan for like a minute and a half, and basically, oh hey, Wolverine and Deadpool, we might return in Doomsday, even though that kind of was confirmed, but it's more solidifying that it's possible that we'll see them. And I know there's rumors of Toby being in Doomsday, but Honestly, I think that'd be super exciting, but let's not forget, guys, let's keep some surprises. Let's keep some of the cat in the bag. You know, even if there's not much and enough cat left to bag, let's keep some of that cat in the bag, you know, as some surprises and be like, oh my gosh, Toby's in here, you know, or oh my gosh, I can't believe it, fucking Ben Affleck's Daredevil, or I don't know, Thomas Jane's Punisher. Holy shit! I like save some surprises. I mean, one of the trailers that we saw in Doomsday, there's this one shot, this specific one shot where it looks like there's some people missing in that shot, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, what if there's someone in it? What if there's someone missing in that scene that's, you know, cut out in the trailer, but we'll see in the movie?" You know, that could be something, because maybe we'll see somebody like, I don't know, Adam Warlock, or someone like Silver Surfer, or someone completely unexpected like Beta Ray Bill. I don't, you know, or whoever really. So, I don't know, but like the point I'm making is that keep things a little bit surprising. I know this is all to be like, let's get people excited again for an Avengers movie, and I think they realize that, but keep some things hidden. Keep some things in the dark. That's all. That's all it is, really. That's all. So, now, with Adam Driver, I will touch on that in a minute, but I like Adam Driver. I do like him as an actor. I do. Say what you will. I know I gave him crap a little bit in the Speedstorm stream, but I swear to God, genuinely, I really did like his arc with Kylo Ren. I feel like that was the most consistent thing out of everything in that sequel trilogy. That was the only great thing that was very consistent. And I even said it, like, yeah, like, okay, I teased Bell that it was like, okay, that's not the only redemption arc and everything, villain to hero, whatever, but I genuinely, and I'll put my money where my mouth is. When I talk about the sequel trilogy, when I talk about Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, I will mention this, because in my Rise of Skywalker review, I at least mentioned this. But that's on my older channel. You can go find that on my older channel. But Force Awakens and Last Jedi, I will mention this. I will mention this, like, at least multiple times, that his arc was the most consistent of it all. Because it just was really good. It was solid. It was good. It was good. So, not only do I like Adam Driver as Kylo Ren, I thought he had great potential in The Force Awakens. The Last Jedi, I think he definitely really elevated, and The Rise of Skywalker, as messy and confusing and conjointed and just everywhere that movie was, Kylo Ren's arc was still consistent, because his turn to the dark side, his manipulation and seduction from Snoke, to killing Snoke and becoming the Supreme Leader, to then realizing, you know, to just face facts and come back to his senses that there is still good in him. All worked so good. And I like him in A Marriage Story. He was great in A Marriage Story. And there's been other projects that he's been doing that are good, but those two are the ones that, you know, that's where he really was good. You know, I like, you know, you ever see the like him screaming in A Marriage Story, like the whole like, every day I hope you do this and whatever, and I'm not gonna repeat the entire scene because it's pretty brutal and it's pretty graphic and almost explicit for this, but he's screaming at Scarlett Johansson. That's from a Marriage Story. Like, that scene is intense, but that was really good. And he gave us good soup. If you ever see it, it's great. And then him sitting next to Harry Potter, him having a conversation with Daniel Radcliffe is also peak. But when he came on screen, not that he didn't look interested, but he looked confused a little bit. He looked very confused. It was weird the way he approached it. Like, I don't know if he was trying to be funny. I don't know if he was, because apparently he's funny on SNL, because he hosted SNL one time, and he was hilarious. But in this moment, it was really off-putting the way he was, like, reading the script or the teleprompter or whatever he was trying to, improvise. But he kind of looked and he was like, oh yeah, I'm playing Magneto, right? And he looks over and he's like, oh no, someone named Nathaniel. And then that's when people are like, Sinister! And I'm like, so I'm all for it, I'm all for it. It just felt weird how he approached it. It felt so odd how he delivered it. And maybe it's because he has a mixed relationship with Disney, because, hey, I get it, I think after the Star Wars, the sequel trilogy, that a lot of the actors have really lost disinterest in working with Disney. I mean, John Boyega lost so much disinterest in working with Disney, because I think they even asked Boyega to come back to do, I think they wanted him to be Blade, or I think they wanted him at one point to be Bishop or somebody else, and John was like, nope, I don't want to, no, I'm good, thanks guys, and he left. And there's been talks about with Daisy Ridley, and then at one point even Marvel tried reaching out to Adam Driver about Reed Richards before John Krasinski and before Pedro Pascal, which is interesting because so many people were reached out about Reed before Pedro, which is funny because even David Tennant said he was going to be Reed Richards, or he would have loved to have been Reed Richards in the Marvel Universe. But Pedro obviously got the role, and I think there was even other people like Matt Smith. But anyways, we're losing track. So they were going to offer him Reed. They were going to offer Adam Driver Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, of course. And he wanted, like, this really big salary. And they said, well, that's not really enough. We can't really do that much. So he was asking for really a lot of money, and he said, no, I'm good. So I guess they came to an agreement about Mr. Sinister, which was rumored. It was rumored. It was either he was going to be rumored for Magneto or he was going to be rumored for Mr. Sinister. And either way, I would have loved it. I would have loved the idea because I think it's cool. It's, a villain he can maybe sink his teeth into or really not do something. But I was like, okay, I would love to see this. And so in my mind, I kind of wonder if this would make Bella not hate the X-Men less, but be more interested in the X-Men. I don't know. She doesn't really have that much interest. I mean, we only saw Deadpool and Wolverine, not because, oh my gosh, X-Men characters for her. For her, it was like, okay, this is going to be funny. She was probably thinking that I wanted to see this, and it was a great time. And, I don't know. I don't like, not that she doesn't know characters. She knows characters, trust me. Sometimes it amazes me how much she knows, and it does put a smile on my face because I am impressed. But I don't think when we went to go see Deadpool and Wolverine, it was, oh yes, I want to see X-Men. It's just, Deadpool and Wolverine, this is going to be funny, and this looks like a great time, and looks like a fun movie. So I don't think she doesn't hate the X-Men, but she's not probably interested. Would this make her interested? I don't have no idea. We will see when 2028 happens. But I like the idea of him being Sinister. Honestly, I thought that we would get somebody like a Bryan Cranston or John Hamm, because for almost eons we've been trying to get John Hamm to be a character in the MCU, whether it was, again, Mr. Fantastic or even Mr. Sinister or Doctor Doom or somebody at some point, but conversations never happened. Well, I mean, conversations happened, but I think it was more like rumors were spreading, and plus when they would try and get a hold of John Hamm, it's like, I got this going on. Oh, I got this project. Oh, this. So, that shit happens. So, I thought that would have been the approach, is maybe getting someone like that, or even I think there was rumors about Keanu Reeves being Mr. Sinister, you know, different names that were thrown in the air, but I think this one would be really great. I am looking forward to this, for sure. And I do like that we didn't get Magneto, which is interesting to me. We didn't get Magneto, like a casting for him for this movie. It's literally the characters we have are, from what we can gather, is Jean, Scott, Storm, Rogue, Professor X, and the villain being, oh yeah, Emma Frost, and the villain being Mr. Sinister, which I think that is really interesting. And I kind of hope that, you know, we kind of, you know, keep Mr. Sinister around for like a trilogy, because you can then do, you know, Archangel, and then you can have maybe somehow Apocalypse, and you can have like other things like the Savage Lands, not the Savage Lands, whatever the island that Sauron was on. I think, because I think that's where Sinister had his like secret laboratorial island that he did mutations and his obsession with evolution, and, you know, trying to evolve the mutant gene, mutant kind to its fullest potential and its most perfectionist, you know, sort of thing, which is so kind of creepy, but I love it. I was right, the Savage Lands. Okay, I was right. Okay, so that would be great. And you can do other things and then somehow do that. But I find it so interesting that Magneto is not our first villain, which I think makes some sense. So we'll see what happens. But I'm here for this movie. I'm excited for this film nonetheless. Even if Wolverine and Deadpool, even if Hugh Jackman's doing this till he's 90, honestly, I will. This sounds like this could be great. I don't think Wolverine's gonna show up in this movie. I'm glad we didn't get anything for Wolverine, because I'm just glad they didn't give us too much. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, maybe they'll set up Magneto. I don't know how they'll do it, but maybe Magneto will be, you know, will be a post-credit scene, or Wolverine will be a post-credit scene if we get when we get this X-Men movie. So, yeah. Damn it, Membin, you missed it. I just talked about X-Men, my man. You just missed it.
Have you
Damn, you missed it.
Or have I visited you?
You missed it. I'm not repeating everything. You can go back. I'm not repeating all of this again. You can go back. You can go back a little bit. Just go back a few seconds. Go back a few minutes. I literally had a whole conversation about this. So, if you wanted to, go on ahead, and then you can catch up. Yeah, actually, yeah, just rewind a few minutes, keep going a little bit, and then at a certain point, when we reach X-Men, and then come back, well, not come back, but, like, obviously catch up, and then we'll chat more, or we'll keep going, you know what I mean? But anyways. What's that, ProdigiousATea? It's a memory. You're standing beside a colorful wooden house. Bees are flying all around it, and the honeypots next to you are completely full. Oh, the busy bee's house. Oh. Anyways, someone spent a long time coming up with that name. If that's the house where the bees are very, very busy making delicious honey. Alright, then that's where we start. If the honey faded, maybe something happened with the busy bee's house. Come on, let's go, Pooh Bear. Let's head out to the river and take a proper look around. The bees might be there still.
Many happy returns of the day.
Where'd you? Damn! Look at him run! Damn! Look at him run! Look at that run! Look at him! He went. You saw earlier. You just saw that run. You saw that Pooh Bear run. He went. He went running for it. He went. He went. Thank you. I'm assuming possibly Adam Driver for Sinister, which, I mean... Oh, never mind. He's got the range for it, I think. I will say. Even if he was Magneto, I was like, you know what? I wouldn't mind that. I think that'd be cool. I would have been fine with it. I would have been fine if he was... Again, it's so weird how he just approached it. It's like as if he didn't know who he was playing. So, it was just weird. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad he's a part of the cast, but it was just weird. He was like, I'm Magneto? Actually, no, I'm not. I'm this guy named Nathaniel. And it was weird. He said, not Nathaniel Essex. I think he said Nathaniel Wilbury or something. But I'm guessing Wilbury was Sinister's actual name at one point or something. So I don't know. It was, I guess it was, but it was just weird. Because I don't know if it was like he read the prompter wrong or if he was trolling. But it was such a weird approach. I think Essex might not be his actual name. I don't know.
Oh, it's you.
All I know is that
That
we don't.
always makes things better.
We don't know. All I know is that we didn't get a Magneto, which is interesting to me. And there's rumors of what they will do with his backstory, but I don't know how true that is. But I don't want to get into that ordeal because rumorly, I saw a post about they might change Eric's, his background. Instead of dealing with the Germans and Auschwitz and the concentration camps and everything, they were going to change it to a different modern approach, or not a modern approach, but a more different, time period of something of segregation and, racism and all. So, I don't know. I don't know how true that is. But I'm not going to get into it. I like to think that that's not going to happen because, Eric Magnus, his trauma comes from the 40s because of that time period, because of, Germans and everything else. So, I don't know. I get it. We already have that approach with Michael Fassbender because Fassbender's approach was still phenomenal, but I think that sometimes you just gotta stay true to it. But this at least opens the floodgates of who's gonna be Magneto. There's so many characters that we didn't get, which is great, and I'm glad that we're not gonna announce everybody. Because I think later on, like when we get to X-Men 2, X-Men 3, and then however many movies we do of the X-Men, and any other appearances we'll see of these characters, we'll start seeing, the castings. Like maybe we will see Wolverine. Maybe we'll see people like Angel, Nightcrawler, Colossus, Havoc, the X-Factor, like Polaris, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, the Brotherhood, like Mystique and Sabretooth, and others, and so forth, and so forth, and so forth. We can sit here for hours on every character that exists in the X-Men's lore, but I think it's good that it's just that 7 cast so far. It's just, we have Jean Grey, we have Cyclops, we have Storm, we have Rogue, we have Charles Xavier, we have Emma Frost, and we have Mr. Sinister. Ooh, yeah, give me a second here. I kind of mentioned this at one point, but give me a quick second. I kind of did this when we were talking about Jubilee in Marvel Rivals, but give me a sec. These wooden things are in the way, so I'm afraid I can't get any further like this. And look, there's a note I found nearby. This looks like some kind of strange recipe.
Oh my.
Did you say recipe? Some of my favorite foods are made that way. I think it's best if you read it. I don't even have a container to mix all of this in.
I don't like that.
Think. How I do like to think. Think. Oh, I know. I have lots of empty potty pots. Would those help?
Yes, I'll gather everything on this list and bring it to you, and we'll try mixing it together.
I must be going now. Goodbye.
Alright, so where do I actually find... Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, fish for driftwood. Oh, I have to fish for it? That's interesting. I'm trying to remember. I named 10 of my favorite X-Men / mutants in my video for Rivals when we played as Jubilee and some others. But if memory serves me correct, I don't think it was in this exact order, but I think off the top of my head, I would say it's Wolverine for sure. I don't think it's in this order. I don't remember, but I'm gonna name 10. I'm gonna try and name the same 10. I'm gonna try to, because I said Wolverine, I said Angel, I said Cyclops, I said Jean Grey, I said Rogue, I said Gambit, I said Nightcrawler, I think Storm, I said Jubilee because I think she's underrated. And I don't think I counted Cable? Or did I? I don't remember. I think it was Colossus, I said. I think. I don't remember, but I think right now, Wolverine, Angel, Storm, Jean Grey, Cyclops, Rogue, Gambit, Nightcrawler, Colossus, Jubilee. Yeah. Not counting Professor X. Yeah. I think that was the list. I think that was it. I think. Not in any order. Except for Wolverine, because no matter what, Wolverine's number one. I'm sorry. Wolverine will forever be number one, no matter what. You can't change that, in my opinion. Acorn snake? I mean snail. Jesus.
Need anything from the market? Just come see me.
Oh yeah, no, not really, but we had a charger. We had a different charger that worked. So what I will do is, I think sometime this weekend or next weekend, I'm gonna buy a new cable, just in case. There's a plug that we use as a charger, so that is literally sitting right next to me as we speak. And yeah, I think I'll just get a different cable next weekend. A plush fish. Interesting. I don't know if we count, but yeah, I don't know if we count Cable as an X-Men. If we do, I would say yeah, I'd say Cable. If not, I would say someone like Colossus or Colossus probably. Yeah, no, Colossus. Yeah, no, I would say him in a heartbeat. I did say Nightcrawler. Yeah, I said Nightcrawler. Wait a minute. Hold on now. Stop right now. Can I? Aw. Oh! Okay, fine. Thought I could break the honey. But I can break you. Yeah. Oh, he is an X-Men. Well, he's X-Force, if we count that, but I don't know. For now, I'm not gonna count it. For now, I'm not gonna count it. If I count it, then yes, Cable instead of Colossus. If we don't count it, then I'd say Colossus. If I could, I'd throw in Cable. If I could, I'd also throw in possibly Psylocke. Possibly Magic, because those two have been getting a lot of love in the past couple of years for reasons. And especially Emma Frost. Oh dear God, the things with Emma Frost that I've encountered are interesting. But anyways, I think I would say if I could, I would add Psylocke and Magic and Cable, but that'd be it, I think. Because there's not really any other X-Men I like that would be like stand out my favorites for sure. Maybe Havoc, but I'm not like a Havoc fan really. Like I like him. I don't know if he's like my favorite. Fuck. Okay. Is there any of this stuff I could sell or do anything with, guys? Any of this I can actually hold up. I can eat this. Actually, just realized. Never mind. I just answered my own question. Can't use that. Can't use that. Can't use that. Okay. I do want to sell the sand, though. I don't like that there's sand here. Can I eat this, actually? Eat. Yep. Yep. Yum, 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 yum. No, I don't want to drop that. No. No. Can I eat? I can actually eat a plush fish? That's fucking weird, but okay. That's... Oh. Oh. Okay. Well. Nope. Anyways, nope. So I need... Oh, I only need 2 more things. I need driftwood. Alright. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, cute. I'm gonna grab this over here, and then I'm gonna try and get some driftwood.
Need anything from the market? Just come.
And I think that will do it. I think for today, we'll try and do like a little bit more with Pooh Bear, and then I think that's it. I need some driftwood. Where do I find some driftwood? Time to go find some driftwood. Driftwood. Oh, nice. That's cool. I will have to check it out then. Yeah, you know, I just realized it is probably pretty proud to be an X-Men fan for any X-Men fans, honestly, because we had X-Men 97 Season 2. We have the Wolverine game coming out, and the announcements, of course, of the X-Men movie, even though technically that's slated for, again, May 5th of 2028. But still, it's exciting. I think, honestly, my favorite announcement, I think, has been the X-Men. Outside of that... I don't know, actually. I think it's my top 5 things were not in this order specifically, but I'd say X-Men. I would say the Doomsday trailer we saw. Kingdom Hearts 4. Vision Quest, which was surprising again. Like I didn't, you know, I wasn't, you know, against it or didn't hate the idea of Vision Quest. I was like, okay. But the trailer really surprised me and made me excited. So October, I think it's either 14th or something. That's when we get Vision Quest. So X-Men, Kingdom Hearts 4, Doomsday, Vision Quest, and I think Ahsoka or Incredibles. If I did 10, so that's 5. If I did 10, I think I'd say, you know, some of the original projects like Ghost Market, Gato, Clay. I'd say the Kingdom Hearts series, actually. I'd say Incredibles. I'd say Frozen 3, and I'd say I would say Oswald. Yeah. Yeah. I'd say that. That's 10. Easily. And you can clip me on that. Well, actually, no, you guys can't clip me on that because no one can do shorts anymore or clip things anymore, which is kind of dumb. Unless you want to screen record and screen capture what I said, then by all means, go for it. But you can't clip shit anymore, which is kind of sucks. But meh, it is what it is, unfortunately. I'm so tempted to get rid of these skeleton fish. I miss having that clip thing. Oh my gosh, that was so not only convenient, but it was just such a good tool. You can just clip bits from videos. That was just fun. I just wouldn't... I am looking forward to the Bluey movie, but I wouldn't put it at like top 10 or anything, really. I love Bluey, but I wouldn't put it top 10, like, honestly. There's gotta be a way to sell stuff, is there not? Is there not? No? Can I get rid of things, maybe? Oh, I can't even do that. I would say something, but honestly, it's understandable. I want to try and get rid of stuff first. And then if I can't, then I'll have to... Oh, you know what I can do? Easily. Hold up. Oh, no, you're good, PJ. You're fine. You're fine. That's cool. That's cool to hear. I wanna jump me to, let's just do the valley for now. I think, yeah. And then we'll come back in a second. I think after I sell this stuff, I'm gonna wrap it up in like a couple minutes. And then I actually should eat something. Should eat lunch. And I don't know. I know Brandon asked earlier if I will do a stream again, but I mean, we'll see how this does, and let's see how well this goes. So if you guys want, let me know in the chat if you guys do want another one, or not in the chat, comments when this is a video. And then you guys can go check out in like 50, 40-ish minutes, around 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll have my review for Brand New Day. And I know there'll be more stuff coming out for D23 today and tomorrow, but I don't know if we'll cover all of it because, like I said, tomorrow we have stuff to do. Actually, not that we have stuff to do, but I think we have things we'll be doing in the morning. I don't know. We'll see. But most likely we have things later in the evening because my niece's birthday is tomorrow. So. Loading time. Oh, loading time. We're loading the screen. It's loading today. And if you guys want to see more streams of the Switch, I want to see that Switch stream from last night at least get up to 8 more, more than 8 likes actually, not 8 more than 8 likes actually. To all come to this happy place, welcome. Dreamlight Valley is your valley.
I am Moana of Motunui.
Here's the thing for, oh, it's this way, right. It's in between everything, all the commotion through the ocean. Goofy, I got things for you, buddy. I'm gonna give you some leaves, cause why not? I'm gonna give you this, cause why not? And I'm gonna give you some sand, cause why not? And then that. And, some seaweed, yeah. And then I'm gonna give you some of these, because I don't think I need them, that I know of. I'll give you some of this, too. And I think I need these, but I'm gonna keep them for now. And I think I'll keep the sandworm. Sandworms. You hate them, right? I'll hate them myself. And I'll get rid of that. And bada bing, bada boo. Okay.
There you are. Oh. This place is the cat's pajamas.
Yeah, well, like I said, if you guys want to see another stream, you gotta let me know in the comments of this video when this turns into a video, so that way maybe I'll do another one tonight. Maybe we'll see. It all depends how this does. I will give you guys, I think, like a couple more minutes, and then we're done. If you guys want to ask anything, feel free, and then I will start wrapping up. And I think it's interesting that, oh, for a second I thought there was like ice on the mountain there. I was like, that's interesting. I've never seen that, but no, never mind. That's just a regular mountain, and the clouds are just in the distance. Do we actually have enough to open any of these while I'm at it? While I'm waiting for you guys, if you guys have anything to ask, feel free, and I'll give you guys a couple more minutes. And then I'm gonna start wrapping up. Damn, not yet. It's fine though. I don't think I have enough for anything, to be honest. I can try and check the not the foyer, the castle itself, like the realms, the 9 realms. I was trying to strut in on in there. There's a good chance. I mean, we are gonna get a Kingdom Hearts panel, so there's a good chance we might see another trailer, or maybe we'll see gameplay, or maybe we'll see something. I don't know what, but we'll see something. There's a good chance. How much of a chance? I don't know. Ooh. I know what we'll do next time. So, next time we do play Dreamlight Valley, this is what we're gonna do. But first things first, we're just gonna do... Hold on. We're gonna just do a little of this.
Well, hello.
Prodigious. Behind that door you'll find a majestic African savanna, and only you can use Dreamlight to open it. Yes, let's do it. Splendid, stupendous, stupendos. You may now visit this world.
Thank you.
How about let's wait. We're gonna save this for the next episode, and we're gonna do more of Pooh stuff and the savannah. So I'll leave that for you guys, and I'll give you guys 2 more minutes if you guys want to ask anything. Well, I appreciate that, Tyler. I will take a look at that, and if you guys want, go check that out. After this stream, go check that out, and then after this stream as well, go check out my review for Brand New Day when that comes out at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for tuning in, member, and I'll see you around, and I'll see you next time. Well, thank you guys, honestly, thank you. And if you guys want, check out my last stream. Like I said, we did Switch content last night. We had the whole capture card. We have OBS Studio. We figured it all out. We kind of were able to do it. We were only able to do it on the computer. We need a HDMI, I think, converter or a dual thing to put it on the TV and then put it on the computer as well. But we made it work, you know. What are my thoughts on... like I said, I don't care. I don't like him. I don't like Josh Gad, really. I don't like Olaf. I'm just like, okay, whatever. It's a stupid thing. Like, anything they do with him is just gonna be stupid to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like... And look, I have nothing against the actor. It's just, I feel, because of his role as Olaf, it's kind of hard to really go, oh, I don't know. There's been I don't know. I'm not gonna get into a whole thing about him at the moment. But thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you like this video, please smash the like button. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I do awesome videos every day, if not every week. Make sure you ring that bell if you do new videos every day, if not every week. Share the video with family, friends, all the good stuff and more. Leave suggestions down in the comments. You name it, I'll do as best as possible. Actually, you know what? You know what I'd love for them to do? You know, they give him this silly little love interest, but you know what I'd love for them to do? Actually kill the character for once. Because they did it in the first movie, and he was like, I'm melting, but the power of love saved me. And then they tried it again in the second movie, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, I'm back because of the power of love. And now I want them to commit to the bit. You know, give him a forced love interest just so he can then be like, oh no, I'm actually melting. But anyways, guys, thanks Mage, thanks to Brandon, to Tom, to Membin, to Geeky PJ, to Tyler, to everyone here. Breaking Beast was here, everyone that was here, all of you, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you guys want shoutouts for videos if you guys want shoutouts during streams, just leave something in the chat during the live stream. Oh, I was trying to figure out what your picture was, and I was like, oh, it's Pooh and Eeyore. That's actually kind of cute. Trying to see if there's anyone else I missed. Like I said, look out for my brand new day movie review. That'll be dropping literally in like 40 minutes or so. And then if you guys want, if you want me to do another stream, I'm on, just let me know in the comments of this, and maybe I'll come back tonight with more stuff. If not, maybe we'll come back tomorrow with more stuff. If you guys like that other stream from last night, get it up to 8 likes at least. Up to more than 8 likes. Anyways, guys, look out for that. Look out for more movie reviews. If you guys want a Q&A, hashtag Q&A 2026, and we'll do that either this year or next year. Because, you know, I need some, there's some questions, but I want to do for Q&A, but I need more than just 2. But anyways, guys, I'm not sure when I'll stream next. I have no idea if I'll do... Well, actually, you know, I think I'm supposed to do, whatchamacallit. I think it's Speedstorm or Marvel Rivals I'm actually going to do next, so that would be interesting. But, if you guys want to see that tonight, then, you know, let me know in the comments. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next time. Yeah, but I wish. Oh, how I wish, Mage.